Recording is started. Ready whenever you are.
Alright, well, welcome back, JDs and gentlemen, to the first international... Hold on, I just dropped my fucking... I can't get it. Okay, well, that's it. The game's over, I dropped my lid, and we're done here.
Get it with your
thanks
toes.
for showing... Look, my toes are cold and frozen. You can fuck off. I
know the feels.
Last time on What Lies Below Z.
No.
You guys proceeded further south. You met a a Zorn, who happened to be on the lookout for gems and informed you that him and 63 other Zorn, or maybe just 63 Zorn in total, kind of ambiguous there, I think, were actually kidnapped from their place on the Isle of Iliteth, where the Earth Genasi had been oppressing them. Somebody showed up and was like, "Hey, what's up? I got a boat." And they were like, well, as it turns out, that person was not very kind. He essentially Willy Wonka'd them, if you know the story of Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompas. And they have been experimented on down here. This Zorn escaped seems relatively healthy, relatively in shape, and has pointed you in the direction of the Bronze One, who you're not 100% positive who it is, but you guys have some theories. So, upon entering into this large cavernous area, you hear the sound of gentle rushing water. Keep in mind here that north is actually south on this map. North is down, and south is up. So I could have flipped the map, but I didn't, because why would I do that? Why would I do such a thing?
You said it was coming from this side, I believe.
Yes, you do have some water coming from this side.
I thought
There's
it was
also...
the roar we heard.
You did hear a roar. Hold on.
I thought you said it was this way.
It is that way, yes. You also hear water coming from this side, though. Like, running water.
Okay.
Okay, cool,
Catch it
yeah.
before it gets away.
Okay, and so this is where we pick up, with you entering into this large, vast, cavernous area. Very clear, natural caverns. And off in the distance, you hear a large roar. A roar, something like that.
That was an amazing roar.
Well, I don't know what that was, but damn.
I could try and sneak ahead and see what that was. If we wanted to go towards the roar.
Usually going towards the roar means death.
Well, better to know what it is than not, I think.
Okay. Is that like different colored rocks?
No, this is, as you kind of step forward a little bit, this is a fungus of some kind on the ground.
Anybody know what kind of fungus that is?
Where are we? Oh, here we are. I don't know, I can make a check.
Yep, make me a nature check if you want. Whoever wants to.
Core.
Lovely.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have no idea. However, Rel, you've seen these before. These are a specific type of spore-based fungus. They are large pods. Brushing against them does cause some spores to out. So you do have to be somewhat careful. You're not, messing with these. The spores are technically, they're not really like the kind of this isn't the kind of fungus that will kill you on inhaling it, but it's definitely the kind of fungus that will make you ill.
Okay. We were also looking for a place to take a long rest, right? If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
we were. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, don't touch it. Inhaling it will make you not entirely sure on the effects, but it's not going to be pleasant.
So are you saying we'd be safe in that room?
Ah, maybe if there's a clearing on the other side.
Well, we should look around for a spot to lay down and rest. Or we could try that little crevice over there.
Or we can charge head first into danger and not give a shit. Haha.
Says the person that has been treading the same amount of time we have.
Haha.
What does he even have for spells right now?
Probably not much.
Oh no, he's got 4 first and 1 second level.
Oh, okay. He's doing all right.
Yeah, all he spent was his spiritual weapon.
Right. So what are you guys doing? Are you actively looking for a place to sleep, or are you charging forward, or are you creeping around?
I think we need to figure out what that roll was first. Because it may wander into us while we're sleeping, which would not be ideal.
But you also said
Yeah,
the fungus is toxic or not make us feel good.
Correct. However, there is a possibility that the creature that made the roar has developed an immunity of some sort to it. Is that rain in the background I hear? Oh, it is.
I don't think so.
No, there's totally
Oh, this is just the Skyrim atmosphere song, though.
Yeah.
This isn't meant for like actual ambience.
No, I know. I
Okay.
heard I was
Yeah,
hearing rain, and I was like, is that what I think it is? Anyway, sorry.
Skyrim atmosphere is amazing.
It is.
Possible.
So where did we hear the the roar come from?
It was from this way, this direction.
Oh,
I told you.
it was in the spores. Okay.
Yeah.
So it probably absolutely has an immunity at this point.
Probably. Or it just treads really lightly. Hmm.
What's y'all's passive perceptions?
Mine's 20.
10.
10.
20 is good enough. You on the walls here, there is a thick slime in various places. There's some right over here, and there's a little bit like right over here. It's almost like a snot viscosity, and it's pretty hefty. There's a lot of it.
Either that is ooze or snot. I pointed out to them.
Is it all over the walls, or is it just right here?
In here.
It's like in a couple of specific places, in a couple of random spots.
There's no cracks there, right? Behind the ooze? Or...
There's cracks all over these walls.
Are
They're
those
not-
spots?
Go ahead.
Are the spots where the the ooze is located at? Are they corners or places where the walls tighten up, like the corridors tighten up?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe something rubbed up against it to mark its territory?
Oh, that's possible. All right. I definitely think we need to figure out what that rowing is first. I think that should be our top priority, since generally things that are loud have no problems. They're okay being found, which means it's probably territorial, and it probably roams around.
I agree.
So, I vote we do that first, as our first point of order.
So, are we
Going through the
jumping into the
rooms?
spores, or are we gonna see if there's a way
Uh,
around that?
Let's see if there's a way around it.
Okay. If
Rather,
it makes people ill, I would suggest we take some back to see what we could do with it.
well, disrupting it causes the spores to like launch out, so
As long as you're
might
not
be a...
breathing it in, you should be fine. Hold your breath.
Yeah, but then it gets on your clothes too.
That's what prestidigitation is for.
I don't. Oh no, I totally do know that. All right.
Well, if there's a way around, it doesn't look like it's up here.
Yeah, as you descend further into this cavern, you notice it opens up just a little bit. There is a section behind you that obviously leads further into the cavern. There's a section in front of you that leads further into the cavern, and then of course there's also the way of the spores. Up ahead, this area right here is fairly spacious. You don't immediately notice any ooze on the walls or anything like that. And it is pretty eerily quiet right now.
Do I notice anything?
No, not out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't roll. All right.
For some reason, the music is... Figure out why.
Nice.
Nice. Max roll on your false life. Good job. Okay.
I don't like how quiet it is.
Well, we are in a cave, so...
You'd think more things would echo in a cave.
Not necessarily. Depends on the size. I guess on the composition of the material that the sound waves are bouncing off of, but you know. What's in here? I can't see that far.
So far, it just looks like an empty room. A cavern, I guess.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Did you only want to inch a little bit further?
Yeah.
As you enter into this cavern, you notice, all of you notice that there is slime on the walls in various places. This kind of snot viscosity liquid, whatever it might be. Amalia, as you wander further in, you do notice that there are a set of skeletons, two travelers perhaps, perched up against the wall here. Both skeletons appear to be kobolds.
On the wall, where, sorry?
Right over here.
Oh, okay.
They are holding hands.
Oh. Well, now I don't want to check their corpses.
On the corpses, there is no armor or anything. There are no possessions around them whatsoever. There's no skin on the bones. They are stripped bare. They appear to be very, very old.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either. Snot-filled room, non-snot-filled room.
Is it an ooze of some kind?
An ooze would dissolve the bones as well.
Would it?
Not necessarily.
I mean, they usually go for the fleshy parts, but sometimes they eat the whole entire body.
Well, and
Unless
I'm
if
just throwing.
they're, laying a trap.
I'm just throwing out ideas. If you use this acidic, calcium's generally a pretty good neutralizer of acidic properties.
True.
So maybe it doesn't want the bones.
Goody.
Oh god, what's up here?
So far you see another passage. You see on the walls at one point there is a big red X. You're not sure what it's painted in. It's more kind of a dirty brown at this point.
Do we want to check up here?
Is there any languages on them?
No, just one big red X.
Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna get closer to that X. I don't know where it is exactly.
It's kind of like right in here, basically. It's like effectively
okay.
on the square.
Alright. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna examine it.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
I don't actually have proficiency in those.
Okay. Looking at it, it might be blood. You're not sure. It might be real old blood. You'd think it'd wash off by now, though, so it might not be. It's kind of hard to... Does definitely look eerily blood-like. That's not the dice that I was looking for. Where is my dice?
Can I touch it?
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Alright, well,
I'm
I
gonna
guess
tell you what you can and can't.
I guess I could touch it.
Okay, you touch it. It's not slick whatsoever, as it almost appears like it should be. It seems to almost just be like a painting on the wall. There we go, I got my dice. Okay.
So, an X. Can I roll an insight check to try and figure out, like, what kind of meaning they're trying to what's the word I'm looking for?
Convey.
Yeah, that.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me insight.
Can I ask Zhao for guidance?
Yeah, sure. You, as everyone's kind of checking out this cavern, and Amalia, you see this too. You're both kind of basically doing the thonk face, going, "Why are there dead kobolds, red X, and all this ooze everywhere?" And you kind of casually glance up at one point.
We didn't check the ceiling.
Nobody checked the ceiling.
Yeah, nobody checked the ceiling, and I was afraid we were going to get dropped on.
Fortunately, checking the ceiling didn't matter too much because they rolled super low on their passive stealth checks. You see a very large cube of ooze making its way across the ceiling, and as you look up, it seems to notice that you've noticed it, and it drops down right next to you.
Hi there.
Slams into the ground.
Told you, ooze.
Another one right next to you, Amalia, doesn't quite get as far as it should have, but that's okay. And from out of the darkness beyond, you hear two. And just give me a second here. We're gonna go ahead and get this.
Did they sound like?
It sounded like stone breaking.
Oof.
Yep. Remove all turns. Go ahead and roll me some initiative, please.
Right, click on token first. Okay. Oh.
Oh no.
That feeling when Zhao rolls the highest.
Why?
I don't know.
The healer's supposed to go last.
Zhao keeps rolling high on initiative.
I know.
What the fuck?
What does my insight check get me, by the way?
Cancel. It almost kind of seemed like a warning, maybe, but or it could have been a don't go this way.
Okay.
It's hard to tell just what a red X might actually mean.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Could also mean we went this way.
Yep, it could be somebody marking their path.
I was also thinking, like, X marks the spot.
Could also be that. Could be a lot of things. It's hard to tell. Your insight check was not very high, so...
Nope, feels bad.
No, feels bad. All right, so... there we go. Cool. So, first up is the Stonehollow Striker. From out of the darkness, Amalia, you see a shape rushing towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's not going to get real far, or is he a monk one? Oh, yep, they have 40 feet of move, so he actually does manage to get right here, 35. And he is going to go ahead and he is going to use some unarmed strikes on you. There's no words spoken. He just runs at you and immediately begins assaulting. One of these is going to miss. The other one's going to hit, though. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as one hit goes wide straight over your head, but the other hit, it's almost like it was a feint. The other hit slams right into your gut.
Is music playing for anyone else?
It was.
It was.
It's not.
It's not now.
Wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Yep.
Yeah, it is now.
Okay. All right, cool. That ends his turn. It's now Zhao's turn.
Lordy, alright. Fucking... I guess. He's just gonna... You know what? No, this sounds like a really good idea. I think Zhao's gonna get here. And then... Bane.
Ooh, okay. Is he hitting the 3 that are in range of him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's his saving throw?
His saving throw is 12.
Man, let's see if I can multi-select. I can only multi-select for... Okay, that's fine. Save, and it's a wisdom save, I think?
Yeah, as a note, I did put all of his third level spells in.
Oh, okay, cool. I could have done that. Save.
I saved you some work.
Thank you. Do you know how to use Better Roll20 to do it?
I do not. No, I don't have it.
Okay, I'll show you that later. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so the first cube rolled a 4, the Stonehollow Striker rolled a 4, and then the second cube rolled a 0. So they all fail. They're not very wise.
Are we handling this on a attack by attack basis or just one roll?
How would y'all prefer to handle this? Would you rather roll every single roll, or would you rather just roll once and be done with it?
I prefer the every single roll.
Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Sure. Saves more time.
Well, it doesn't save time. It actually costs more time, but it's a bigger swing, so it can be more entertaining. All right, sure. Every roll. All right. So Zhao walks up, holds up a shield, and he just kind of shrugs and goes, I've seen worse. And all of the creatures in the vicinity feel the weight of his words, and they are all cursed with bane.
All right, that's his turn.
Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be this armor in the background. Why is this not playing?
I don't know.
Did it stop playing for you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to delete this song because every time it hits that song, it stops playing. Oh. Alright. We'll just listen to that one. That's the end of Zhao's turn. It is now this animated armor's turn. This animated armor is going to rush forward. You hear it in the darkness. Amalia, you can actually see it from here. It can see you, Amalia. It can also see Zhao and you. Okay, cool. So it is going to pull up a crossbow, aim, and fire. I think it only gets 1 attack with range. Hold on, I gotta double check. No, it gets 2 ranged attacks. Okay, cool. That's really broken. Hold on, it shouldn't get 2 ranged attacks. It's not going to, because that's absurd.
Wait, it's
Actually.
arranged? I'm gonna like this.
Just a minute, I gotta fix this, because this is insanely broken. It's like, it can make 2 melee attacks, and I'm like, okay, 2d6 plus 4 total. That's not too bad for a CR1. or 2 ranged attacks. 2d10 plus 6. Hello?
Um,
No.
What?
No.
All right. Anyways, okay, 2 ranged attacks, and I've changed its dice to a d6, just like its melee attacks. Fucking what the shit? It's gonna make an attack against you and Amalia. Oh no!
Disadvantage. Oh shit.
Yeah, it has
Doesn't even-
disadvantage and still hits.
Because
It still
it double
crits.
crit.
Oh no! All right, you're gonna take 10 points. I don't know what that says. Bludgeoning. Hold on. Piercing.
Wow.
10 what?
That was insane. 10 points of piercing damage to you.
Goody.
Fuck, that was so dumb. And then Amalia, the bolt goes wide.
Well,
Wow.
bludgeoning damage just fucking hurls a rock at you.
Yeah, the crossbow just.
by the way, I have no more disadvantages. My armor stops working.
Yep, your armor
Which
stops
is
working.
What I
So,
find stupid. About
I
this.
mean, if I just gave you permanent disadvantage on everything, it would be fucking retarded. So sorry.
I would say a few hits, but
This is the way a legendary item works. So just so you know, crossbow hit into you, and then it flies over your head, Amalia. It doesn't hit you, unfortunately for the armor. Gelatinous cube is going to take one big hop forwards, and it can just make it on top of you. It's going to go ahead and try to engulf you.
Oh no. I don't want.
That's an
I don't know
attack roll,
why.
right?
I don't know why I knew the name of this roll. No, it's a dexterity saving throw from Amalia.
Oh.
yep. I
no.
was trying to yell out. They're going to try and engulf you.
Yeah, that's fine. I took your success on your passive perception, or rather their failure on their stealth check, as them not getting a surprise round. So, and the only person that technically detected them was you.
Blast probably would have been a smarter choice.
Okay, so you are engulfed. Currently, nothing happens. You are now inside the ooze, and you can automatically feel the burn as your skin slowly starts to dissolve. So you are restrained. I'm going to place a token on you. Or I thought I was going to place a token on you. Here we go. Put that token on you. Specifically, you are considered engulfed. Engulfed creature, you cannot breathe. You are restrained. And at the start of each of the cube's turns, you take 21 acid damage. When the cube moves, the engulfed creature moves with it. An engulfed creature can try to escape by taking an action to make a DC 12 strength check. On a success, the creature escapes and enters a space of its choice within 5 feet of the cube. So
21
that is
acid damage?
21. Can go a lot higher than that, but I'm using averages here. Gelatinous cubes are scary as shit.
That's
All
enough
right,
damage
so-
to knock me unconscious instantly.
Yep. That is the end of the cube's turn. You don't take any damage this turn, but at the start of the next cube's turn, you will take 21 acid damage automatically if you do not escape. Relindra.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a little bit more forward with how I describe things, so people know what they're getting into, because gelatinous cubes are the scariest creature in D&D, in my opinion.
Alright, so, I am going to twin cast Witch Bolt. However, before I do that, I'm going to use my bonus action to move 10 feet. Get here. Cast it. I'm going to cast it on this guy and the gelatinous cube. Let's see. Where is it? Hello? Where is it? There it is. Also, question. Numidium bolts. Do they count as like? They don't count as magical for like overcoming
Resistance.
DR, do they?
No, they do not. That's Mithril.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought there was a metal for it. I just wasn't sure which one it was.
Yeah, Mithril does that.
Okay. All right. So, Witch Bolt. Well, that's a crit.
Oh shit. Okay. Were you twinning this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them hit. I'm assuming you're targeting both the cubes.
No. I'm hitting this guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. His AC is 14, so That's unfortunate. And which cube are you hitting?
The one that has Amalia.
Okay, so that cube takes a hit. It is now witch bolted. I'll put pink on it. Why is the music stopping all the time?
I don't know. Maybe because it's starting to go down.
Well,
Yeah,
it's this
they've
guy
been-
and the cube, so I think I crit the cube, or not the cube, this guy.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, that's fine. I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll damage on the crit.
I did 9 + 7.
Oh, I didn't see it. That is a whole lot of damage. That dude, he is looking real fucking rough right now. 9 + 7, 16. He's
And
barely
does-
standing.
Does 13 hit the cube?
13 does hit the cube. They have 6 AC.
Oh, well, all right.
All right,
Alright.
so 3 damage to the cube.
All right. So, and then with that, I still have movement. I'm gonna move up in here. I think I'm still in range. Yeah. Right now. All right, that's my turn.
You, it is now your turn.
You know exactly what it's trying to do. She says.
Oh fuck!
Are you okay?
That should have been at second level because that's all I have this spell slots.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll second level damage.
I'm sorry. I
That's
totally
fine.
forgot.
Go ahead and roll second level damage.
And we're just gonna sit here in the dark, quiet.
It's just another 1d12. I'm just gonna add a d12.
I'm trying to fix the music, so unless you have a solution, you probably shouldn't bring it up. Thank you.
All right, so that's to the.
Okay, so 2 more damage to the. Oh no, 4 more damage to the stone man. He is Deaderino. And another 8 damage to the cube? Or no, sorry, 4
4.
damage to the cube because you
Yeah.
didn't crit it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that would end your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
You, it's now your turn.
My apologies.
Leo is going
You're fine.
to slam the pneumatic dagger into it, or not. And
Into
I'm-
what?
To the thing that's in front of me.
That hits.
Cube.
Okay. That and sneak attack.
And you do get sneak attack because Zhao was within 5 feet of it. So,
And I yell at
7
them,
points of damage.
do not let them get on top of you, period. And then she disengages and she runs backwards. She's like, oh, fuck this.
Give me a second.
And just in case she gets engulfed, she makes Yin get off of her.
I am not entirely sure how to fix this because apparently when I wiped my computer, it did delete all my music, even though it saved all my documents for some reason.
That's weird.
But shouldn't it be still on Fanburst?
Yeah, it's still in Fanburst, but obviously Fanburst isn't working.
Is there a repeat button?
There is a repeat button, yeah. But it's not repeating or anything. Here, there's apparently ones by Kevin MacLeod are still working, so that's great.
Okay. I'm gonna refresh real quick.
Okay, cool. Gelatinous Cube's turn. It is going to attempt to engulf Zhao because that's the only person near him. Zhao needs to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I am still loading back in. Hold on. Unless somebody else wants to do it.
I will attempt to. Dexterity saving throw. There. 2!
Oh, Zhao is engulfed. Zhao is restrained, and on the cube's next turn, he will take a whole butt ton of damage. Okay, Zhao's like, oh. It is now Amalia's turn.
What was it? A strength check?
It is a strength check, yes.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh no. All right.
I'm just gonna go unconscious here.
Is it a strength save or check?
It is a strength check, but
He.
it's the same difference for her.
What does the cube have to make?
The cube doesn't make anything. It's a DC 12 strength check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
On success, the creature escapes. All right. Whew, this is scary. Next turn, it is Zhao's turn.
Alright, well. If I understand Zhao's character properly, I feel like he would probably do this. He's going to blow his last second level spell slot and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, he can do that.
Yep. That is on Amalia's cube.
Okay, cool. Definitely hit. Full damage.
8 points of force damage.
8 points of force damage. Cube is still standing.
Well, he fucking tried. Big oof. I don't think there's anything else he can do. That's not true, actually. He can. He's gonna Sacred Flame it. Amalia's.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage because it fails. 2 points of radiant damage. All right. It's still standing.
Damn it!
Yeah.
You tried. Well, that's all I got, though. Because the strength check does take your action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. That's all he got. Can I get a token for his spiritual weapon?
Sure. We'll give you see, I'm just looking through these. Let's get a good one. Give you Anastasia for fun. Okay. All right. Well, unfortunate. It is now the animated armor's turn. It is going to go ahead. Somebody roll me a d20.
Sure, I got it.
Okay, I was going to.
Okay. It's like I'm gonna keep shooting her.
Gets,
It has 1 intelligence. It is less intelligent than a snail.
question.
I don't know, man. What?
She's in fully engulfed, so wouldn't she have cover?
She doesn't just have cover.
She's fully covered.
She's got full cover against it.
He's gonna attack that slime.
Both hit. I'm gonna say the slime takes the damage in this case because he's just like. The slime is still standing, however. And it ends the animated armor's turn. Oh god. Oh no, Amalia. Oh. Gold creature can't breathe as restrained. Takes. Whew, fuck. All right, Amalia, you immediately begin. You can't breathe. Acid. There's no save for it.
No, I thought I already took the damage.
Yeah, you take the damage now. I'm just describing how you take it. You can't breathe. Acid fills your lungs. You clamp your mouth shut trying to reduce the damage to your internal organs, and everything goes black. All right,
What was it?
21 points of damage.
Oh, you didn't roll for it. Okay, you just took
I'm not rolling for it. One thing that you can do as a DM is take averages instead of roll for it.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I try to do that at lower levels because the swinginess of lower levels is really aids. Because if I rolled 66, I can one-shot her from full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like one-shots. Relindra, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to fucking squeeze that feather and pull. And fucking 9 lightning damage. To the ooze.
To the ooze?
It's the only one I'm
Okay.
still connected to.
Okay, cool. Roll me an Arcana check. I'm gonna give you a boon on this, specifically because of this one situation. Give me a boon. Give me an Arcana check. Good enough. You squeeze the tether. You close your fingers real tight and kind of pull it closer to you, and then this shockwave echoes down it. You actually do 10 damage on this because you would have left it with 1 HP alive. As the ooze dissolves and just bursts into like this jelly acid, Amalia, you are on the ground unconscious. You're no longer restrained, but you are unconscious. Relindra, you watch the ooze just everywhere like a crashing wave of water. Is that the end of your turn?
No. Feeding someone a health potion is an action, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
Alright, well,
Feeding a potion is an action.
I'm still gonna go over here. That's my turn. I can be here, it's fine.
Okay. That will end your turn. It's now your turn.
Yeah, well, you is going to take out her 1 health potion, give it to Yin, and order her whenever that is.
Yin cannot operate in combat. We have discussed this. You did not take level 3 in Rogue. Yin is not a part of the combat.
Okay, fine.
You happen to have a Raven familiar, though.
Yeah, a Raven can't feed a potion.
If you uncork it, they sure can. I'd say your item interaction. I'd say it's your bonus action to uncork it. It's the same thing as drinking it, basically, because you're uncorking it, except for instead of drinking it, you hand it off to your Raven.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But she isn't gonna do it whenever the ooze is that close, though.
That's fine then. That's your choice. Okay, are you doing anything else with your turn?
I can't do anything else with my turn. I already did it.
Okay. Just wondering, because you did have a bonus action still.
Well, I uncorked it. That was my bonus action.
Oh, I thought you weren't doing anything with the potion then. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I was going to order my Raven to go out to her, but I'm not going to send the Raven out with that, because she's going to get engulfed again.
Okay, that's fine. That will end your turn. This gelatinous cube begins to wander away with its newfound meal. 1, 2, and starts to crawl up the wall. What's its speed? Oh, it's actually got a pretty good speed.
Did you minus the health that I took?
I did. It is still standing and is still running. It gets all the way up to the ceiling and to about right here. It is on the ceiling, and it is carrying Zhao away.
Does Zhao take the damage now?
Oh yeah, Zhao would take the damage now. 21 points of damage to Zhao.
Wow, he unconscious.
He is unconscious.
Which means he drops concentration on Bane.
Yep.
Okay,
And-
Raven would go out and feed the potion to Amalia then. Since it's moving away instead of trying to engulf.
Were you like holding an action there or something? Because I tried to get you to do it on your turn and you didn't.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay, thank you. Amalia, make me a death save.
Does spiritual weapon go away?
It does not.
Oh, well, can't attack.
Am I
that's
really gonna deal with this fucking below 10 bullshit for the second day this week?
Fucking rip. Zhao, make me a death save.
Alright.
That's a success. Animated armor is going to take a shot at you, Rel.
Cool.
That's
I'm
gonna
going
hit.
to Hellish Rebuke it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me the 3d10, please. If you roll high enough, you could fucking one-shot it. Let's see if it fails its dex save.
That was a 9, 7, and a 10.
That was a pretty high roll. It's a dex save, right? Yeah, dex
Yep.
save. Submit.
Oh.
If it fails, fucking dead. He shoots you, he takes a shot at you with this big-ass crossbow. It lands right in your shoulder. You take 7 points of piercing damage, and this, like, anger builds inside of you, and the blood that spatters out forms, coalesces around the arrow, and just arcs back to him, and fucking shatters him into pieces.
Shoots him a glare while she's doing it, like, you piece of shit.
Fucking bitch. Alright, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna feed this health potion to Amalia.
Okay, that's an action.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna do that.
All right, roll it.
Is that 2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
2d4 plus 2.
Amalia,
6.
you are awake with 6 health, and health potions taste a little bit like cherries. So
Get rid of this.
okay, are you doing anything with your bonus action? Well, Rel.
I don't have anything, so.
Cool. You.
I've already went ahead and moved my character.
Okay.
Mainly because it was glitching out on me the more I held it. You is going to take aim and fire at the gelatinous cube again.
Okay. We'll tell you this thing currently has 15 HP left. Just to be nice. So take a shot. See what happens.
And I'm going to send my Raven up to Harriet so I can get sneak attack.
Okay. You can make an attack with your Raven. It can make a beak attack. It only does 1 damage if it hits, but hey.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh!
ow.
Hold up. All right, that is 15 damage on the dot.
There you go.
That is sneak attack doubled is 10 damage, and then her fucking piercing damage is 15. It had 15 health left. That is exactly what you needed.
And then my Raven just pokes the jelly.
And then your Raven just pokes it, and it bursts like a bubble. Zhao falls to the ground, though.
Oh,
I
shit.
am. Are we out of combat?
Yes, you are.
I
That is
am
everything.
immediately going to run over to Zhao and use healing hands.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Does that heal for your level?
So
Okay.
3.
So 3 points of health to Zhao. As he kind of comes to, he shakes his head. Oh, fuck. That wasn't cool.
I
Ugh,
was
and he just lays back
trying-
down.
I was just trying to tell you guys not to get engulfed, but kind of hard whenever they just drop from the ceiling like that.
Yeah, we didn't.
Next
Oh, wait.
time, run like your ass is on fire.
Forgot I had false life.
What, mother? One second.
Right. Well, note to self. Check ceilings. Got it.
Zhao's like, I think we should rest. Please. Oh, God.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I think now we need a rest.
I was like, please don't go down this road. Please don't go down this passage. Oh, God, they went down this passage.
It's alright, we're fine.
That was a fight meant for you guys at full health and everything. That was scary.
The sad part is I had everything.
Well, Zhao didn't, and Rel really didn't. So
No, dead.
Zhao's missing a spell.
One
One
level
spell
2.
slot.
Yeah. And
Well, she's
I was.
talking. I hit level 20 on my Theurge this week, and we're about to fight Tiamat. We just accidentally finished the summoning of Tiamat, so we're about to fight a god. It's gonna be fun.
I'm back.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, she is CR 30. I've looked at her stat block. She's scary.
Oh no.
Of course
Yeah.
she is scary.
Yeah, she's
What'd you get
terrifying.
for summoning a goddess?
Well, the reality is that we failed to stop the summon. We tried, but like my character now can turn into an ancient opal dragon at will. It's pretty great.
Well, that should be fun.
I'm effectively a level 20 druid, but I'm a wizard. So, all right, cool. I'm down with this.
I'm a dragon. Oh, I knock you out of it. Oh, I'm a dragon again. No.
Literally, yes. I don't think Oni realizes what he's given me, but next
does.
session's the last session. So, all right, you guys have completed this encounter by
Okay.
the skin of your teeth in some cases. One more hit, and I'm actually pretty sure that would have killed both Zhao and Amalia if you guys had not killed the
Oozes.
oozes in one more turn.
Okay.
Because, well, technically it can't crit because it's a saving throw, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, yeah. So,
You
I guess it
lean
wouldn't have
forward.
killed them.
Yeah, I bet you that little crevice that I pointed out earlier isn't looking so bad now, is it?
Can we, not fight any more oozes? This is getting old.
Probably not. I wouldn't
Shit.
get traps up. Why don't we? I mean, we could check out up here and roll gestures towards up here.
How about
Why
we
would
just
we go forward when we know what's back that way? By the way, I
Because
loot.
camped up there.
If there is any loot to be had.
I mean, we can do it right here if you want.
No.
I don't want to do it here. I just don't want to go someplace that we haven't been and end up in another fight and die.
I'd rather us be in a crevice that has no.
But that is a crevice up there.
That is a
It
hallway.
looks like a hallway.
That's a hallway.
What?
Hallways have two ends, as far as we're aware.
It's just isn't it? Oh, okay. I guess it branches off. I didn't see this.
Yeah,
branch.
as you kind of like peek into that, you can see that there's two separate ways that it goes, and you're like, I don't know which way.
Well,
For loot, as you poke around, the oozes, the armor doesn't have anything. The stone hollow didn't have anything, but the two oozes did have a few things. There was about 8 pieces of gold. There's a piece of platinum, and there are 2 damaged blades. They're basically just small scimitars, effectively. There's also a small bag though in here that was just completely and totally not damaged whatsoever.
You looks at it. Guys?
It's made of tiny, very, very, very fine woven fabric, of a kind of almost silverish variety.
Guys?
I'm
pretty sure this is supposed to be damaged. Or dissolved completely. So I'm guessing it's magical of some kind. And Yu's just like playing with the handles.
And Zerjao just lays down.
Right. Well, if it's magical, be careful with it. We don't know what it does.
Okay. What if I turned it inside out? Do you think this will be fine?
You're the biggest metagamer I've ever met in my life.
It's what I would do! You said told me to be careful to
Go.
not open it. So I'm not gonna open it.
I don't know. I'm not sure Rel would actually know what a bag of holding is. If that's...
Most people would not. You can roll me an Arcana check real quick just to see if Rel would have ever encountered this. Anybody can if you want to know what a bag of holding or a satchel, a handy haversack would be.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll that twice, but
that's fine. You take the first one as protocol is. I would say to know what a bag of holding is, you need a 15 plus Arcana check.
What if one of my memories had that?
I would say in this case, you can choose to roll me a history instead of an Arcana check. It's your choice.
Okay.
Simply because you've absorbed a lot of people that are very, very smart at very weird things. But I would say it's a history check instead then.
Well, either way, it's 1.
Okay.
11.
Okay. You doesn't really know too much about a bag of holding. The merchant that you did absorb at one point wasn't really that much of a magical items merchant. They knew a little bit, but not a ton. Amalia, you've heard of bags of holding. They're kind of like these legendary, just kind of silly fantasies, more or less. And Rel, you've actually seen one. You have held a bag of holding in your hand before. You know they're not necessarily fantasies, but that they are exceedingly rare. As a note, bags of holding are of legendary rarity in this campaign.
Ah.
Yeah,
does that look like one of them?
Rare. It does not look like the one that you had in your hands.
Okay.
And you do know that they can be in all shapes and sizes. They come in a lot of different varieties, and that there's also something called a handy haversack that is similar to a bag of holding, but is not quite the same thing.
Okay. I mean, what are the bags which you know that'd be magical?
With a 26, we'll just use that. There's a ton of different bags. There's one that it's like a bag of holding, but specifically for herbs. There's one that's a bag of oh, my brain. It's a bag of tricks. There's one that's just a bag of useful things, and it can like you reach into it and you sometimes will pull out something that's just inherently useful, something that you needed in that moment. Like think of there's a thing in Harry Potter that does that. I forgot what it is. That room of requirement in Harry Potter. It's kind of like that, but in bag form. You're like, man, I could use a fucking hammer right now. You reach into the bag, you like pull out a hammer. You're like, oh shit, here we go. So it's kind of like that. There's a lot of different bag enchantments that exist, mostly just because bags are not terribly difficult to enchant, and they are a useful device for carrying things, or pouches, or haversacks, or what have you.
Okay. Are there any that would make it possibly dangerous to turn inside out?
Not that you know of. Not unless, like, there's a bag of holding filled with, like, I don't know, flesh-eating beetles or something. That would probably be fairly dangerous. Or explosives or some shit like that. Like, you never know what's in a bag of holding, but...
Yeah.
Or a handy haversack. Handy haversacks work the same way. If you turn them inside out, oh god, whatever's in there just comes pouring out. But they don't hold nearly as much.
Haversack anyway?
They have 3 compartments. One of them holds 60 square feet or 100 pounds, whichever comes first. And then the 2 other compartments gonna hold like 60 pounds each or something like that. So they don't hold as much as a bag of holding. They hold a lot, but the two side compartments can only hold items that are like javelins, arrows, and the like.
Oh.
It's like the 2 side compartments are like endless quivers, and the one in the middle is like a bag of holding.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I guess you could turn it inside out. I can't think of any that are particularly dangerous.
What do you mean you can't think of anything particularly dangerous?
Just because I can't think of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I'm debating on if you would actually do it. Ugh. She turns it inside out.
Okay. A piece of paper falls out, lands on the ground. Well, it's more like vellum, but you get what I mean.
I would do it away from the ooze.
Okay.
Just as a note.
It falls out on the ground. That's all.
Well, we didn't die. I pick up the note and read it, if I can.
Okay. It's not a note, but a map. It shows parts of the below, as it's called on the map, which happens to be... You start to recognize some of the areas, and in fact, one area is marked X. And you do have Eyes of the Runekeeper. This is written in Standard Draconic, so I don't...
Well, yeah.
Do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper right now?
Not yet. I mean, we haven't leveled up yet.
But she reads Draconic.
Can you read... Oh, yeah, you
Yes,
do read
yes.
Draconic, don't you?
I can.
Okay, this is written in Draconic. There's like notes across the page. One area is marked, "The darkness is here, don't enter." And you recognize it as the area that you had encountered earlier with all of the shadows. There's one area that's marked as home, and you recognize this as the former kobold camp, which you recently liberated. And then there's notes at the bottom of the page, and they reference the ancestral guardian of kobold kind, and how they are on a quest for this thing, and they have proceeded deeper and deeper. And the map ends basically in the room that you're in right now.
Huh. I guess they were exploring. How much of the map is complete compared to mine?
They have a little bit more than you. They specifically have the spots in between the shadows and this place, more or less.
Wow. They actually survived going into the shadow place. Wonder how many died there. Well, it's a useful little map. Does it say what the X is?
Given their markings on this, they might have been marking their path.
Okay. I believe the X is for they were just marking their path. Would they have noted any safe places to lay down around here?
I don't know. Hold on. Yes, they would have. There's a handful of areas that they have marked as a camp, and they basically just drew like a small little tent, basically. One of them is actually not far from here.
Okay.
It appears that they did camp here at some point in the room before you. And also there is another area. They camped in home, of course. And there is, interestingly, an area right in the center of the shadows where they have a camp.
Dude, who would be crazy enough to sleep in the middle of shadows? Anyway, I point back to where we came from, is where they camped. Which is this room, right?
Yes.
They camped in that room back there, so it was fairly safe for them to sleep. But clearly not anymore, but I mean, we've cleared out the mobs here, we could go rest back there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Fine with me.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, that gives us a place to rest at least.
Okay. And this ancestral guardian that they're pursuing, it is called Kanzadash, which is kind of funny because in Critical Role there's a city called Zadash, but this is actually a Tajik word. Kanzadash. Zadash. It's okay. You'll get it one day. I believe in.
No, I won't.
I was like, can I please lay down for a little bit? I'm not looking so good. And he holds up one arm, and his arm is like all burnt to hell from chemical burns.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to lay down. Oh god, I'm going to die. Maybe. Are you guys taking a rest or no? I'm assuming you are, but
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Cool.
Yeah. I thought you forgot that you were muted.
No, I've been typing.
Oh.
Cool. So, I would say in this instance, given the location you are currently at, roll me an encounter die with advantage.
With
Advantage?
Yep, roll me 2 encounter die, and you can take whichever one you want. On an 11 or a 12, there is an encounter.
Someone else gets the next one.
Oh.
Okay, so you're good. You're good.
He didn't say anything.
That's fine. Oh man, this music thing is so annoying. What the shit is going on with it?
Level 2. What was the XP for level 2 again? Wasn't that...
Oh yeah, you guys are taking a long rest, aren't you?
Yee.
Oh, okay. So
No,
gelatinous cube.
I'm at the XP, yeah.
I don't know yet. Hold on.
We need 2,700 to level.
It's
Okay,
based
yeah.
off your character level, not your class level.
Right. It's based off your class level. So you need 2,700. Once you hit 2,700, you've leveled up.
Well, let's hope we leveled up.
Okay, so gelatinous cubes are worth 450 each. And stone hollow strikers, those are worth quite a bit as well. Not actually. They're worth 100 each. Okay. And then animated armor should be worth a decent amount. They're CR1, so animated armor with crossbow, they are worth 250 each.
How much experience did we get for the last fight? Or like last session? I don't think it got added to Zhao's sheet.
Oh,
This is what we're at total right now. I don't know what Zhao's is.
You guys should all be... Oh no, Zhao's not the same as you.
Yeah. I don't think his got added.
Well, that's unfortunate because I don't remember.
1775 is what we had, so take what we
Okay.
have now and yeah.
There you
Perfect.
go.
I don't
Good
know
job.
how the fuck I remembered that number, but you know
I don't
what?
either.
Glad.
625. So
So I'm gonna round to the nearest 10, or nearest 5 rather. So here you go. Or I guess we're rounding to the nearest 25, aren't we? All right.
so
There's
Zhao's
X each.
Zhao's it.
That's enough to level us.
Yep, that puts us exactly.
That's actually exactly at level 3 or level 4 too.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I already have everything ready. I just needed.
If you guys want to take a 10-minute break to level here, that's fine with me.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
fine. Go ahead.
Zhao has he is I haven't added this, hold on.
Zhao hasn't leveled yet.
No, he's at 2189. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Did we want to round that?
I will give him yeah, we will round it to the
Shit, of course I
nearest multiple of 25.
So 2200.
Why did level 4 have to be the one that I got another fucking cantrip? Fucking hate cantrips.
Yeah, for warlocks, cantrips are mostly just flavor because Eldritch Blast is just better than everything.
Eldritch Blast. Don't you have anything else?
No.
Probably.
And then I get one more spell slot, so I'm at 2 spell slots instead of 1.
Oh, shit.
Yay!
Right, I was picking spells from here.
Oh, also my
Yeah, you'll take your time on this.
I'm
This section's really long. Like, this area that you're in is fucking massive, so...
What?
Go ahead.
Had to go? Alright.
Yep.
So, you guys finish your long rest.
Before we do, I
Oh
approach
my
Rel
breaking fingers.
to put
Okay.
up the tent, and I need to memory chain her. It's been 4 sleep cycles by my count.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Doesn't bother me.
You say that before it knocks you on the ass again.
Just straight
Hey,
up
Rel,
knocked
you didn't
her
lose any
unconscious.
HP, right?
No,
Okay, what was your HP at level 3?
17.
Okay. Roll your 2d8.
10.
Alright, cool.
She didn't get knocked on her ass this time, thank God. Because this time it goes up to 3d8, so. Yay.
Alright.
Oh no.
So
Awesome.
you feed, you do your long rest, and life is probably not great, but it's at least, you're not dead, so that's probably a good thing. Firelink Shrine isn't playing. Why?
Any particular memory you gave her?
Uh,
A reading
Oh
the
God, I'm not
book
even
or
sure.
something?
I didn't even think about it.
You get a memory of Rel watching Amalia go unconscious inside the ooze.
No, actually, no. Yeah, you would get something. She was thinking about why the kobolds left out the fact that they had a detailed map, and we've never heard about the this. I don't even remember his fucking name. Hold on, I have it written down. Why we never heard about Khan Zadash?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what she was thinking about.
Okay.
Is it thoughts or is it memories?
It's memories.
It's memory.
Oh, okay.
That can be thoughts / mixed with memories because you're.
Okay, so
recalling
then
it.
she would have been thinking. She would have been thinking back to every time she's talked to Anastasia.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wait. Oh, that's interesting. So if she can't understand a language, and I have a memory of me speaking a language she can't understand, does she understand the memory?
I would say she understands the intent because you do. She might not understand the actual words, but she has a better grasp of what's going on than she normally would because you do.
Ooh. What would the intent for that be?
Which one?
The one where she was talking to Anastasia about the orb. And getting the recipe for it.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you to decide.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I guess there'd be probably one memory if you don't understand the language. The intent is kind of like.
You do realize I speak Draconic, right?
It's not Draconic. It's ancient Draconic.
I thought that covered that.
No, it does not. Ancient Draconic is a totally different language.
Yeah, it's 5e rules. It's primordial.
Yeah.
I guess you get a memory of Rel taking a spell scroll from Anastasia with the intent of making a deal with someone.
And you were feeling what?
Apprehensive.
I'll finish that spelling later. Okay. Alright.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? You have finished your long rest.
Shall we continue finding a way around?
That didn't fix it. Shit. Yeah. I also just realized I didn't fix Bolt. I rolled a 2, but that's because I rolled a 1 twice.
I mean, at this point, we've spent enough time on it, so just
No. Yeah,
remember
I know.
for now.
Yeah.
You can mess with it later.
Yeah, I've got it in my notes.
Okay.
Amalia,
Who's
did you say you
next?
wanted to try and put the rations in the bag?
Alright, we're good.
Oh, yeah. I reach into my bag and grab, I guess, just one ration for now.
Okay.
To-
Yeah,
Uh,
the bag in Yu's hands. Is this the weird, like, strange fabric
Bag, yeah.
bag that you found inside the ooze?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're testing it.
It's only big enough to hold about 3 pounds in total. It's not very big.
Okay, that's fine.
So it can hold a ration, but it can't hold much more than that.
Then what's the point of this?
maybe for more valuable objects?
Possible.
It did have the map in there, and I would assume that they would hold the map very high in regards of value, so...
So we should put
Whoa.
important pieces of paper in there?
Fuck have you done?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I broke it.
How did you rolled a
I-
1 and then the rest are zeros?
All right. Well,
I'm done.
okay.
I'm done.
Anyways, yeah, don't mess with it anymore, please. That's
I'm
the end.
not.
Thank you.
Alright. So we put important pieces of paper we find? Would it hold the painter supplies? Where we keep all the map and stuff? Do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably hold it.
Okay. Well, you're stuck carrying the rations still.
It's fine. As long as it's all I'm carrying is rations, we're good.
Should I give you this 1.2 pounds of silver?
Ah. I don't know if I could carry that, man. I think I just hit the floor.
She just hands you that 1.62 pounds, and you just immediately fall down.
Oh, it's 15. Oh, no, that'd be fine.
It's 1.2. It's not that hard. I mean, high. It's fine. It's alright. Maybe you should probably think about selling some of those rations? If you have that
Maybe?
many?
I mean, we'll never go hungry.
Alright. I'm gonna put the maps in there, but I'm gonna keep my drawing thing out to draw a map.
Okay.
Is there a reason why they thought, is there anything suspicious around that would make this place safer than, say, out there?
Not necessarily. You don't have enough information to understand that.
Okay. So, back up.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Are we still looking for a way through the spores, or?
I would say so. I don't think those ooze can make
Um,
that kind of roar.
There was, we were looking for a way around. There was, in that area, I suggested we should rest. Before I knew there was a three-way hallway, corridor, intersection. There was one that led down, and if my understanding of mazes and geography is correct, it's probably our best bet if we want to get around.
Sure. Let's go for it.
Sounds logical.
So,
Logical enough.
I guess up here.
See, even yours is doing it. It's pinging each time.
It is, yeah.
It's like, no, you're clicking. It's like, alright, I'm clicking, but I'm also trying to drag.
So that way.
Yeah, that way. Alright.
Okay, give me a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not go any further?
I was responding to something. All right. As you head up, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I
No.
was just gonna say I was gonna pull out my rapier and shield.
Okay, pull out your rapier and shield.
Maybe not bitch out this time.
As you head up, you're taking this corridor. You come into an area full of dirt and stalagmites. There are bats on the ceiling that are making like a chirping noise that, and other than that, there's not a whole lot in front of you.
Did you change my sight, by the way?
I don't actually know because you have 120 on your token. I just don't know if this room has the half square problem.
Let's find out. It does. Mine's 60 still, though.
Right, hold on.
Yeah, I can see 120. There's just
There you go, Heather. You should be able to see.
Okay, thank you.
not a lot of space. Like not a lot of space to see 120.
Right,
Other than,
yeah.
like right here.
Yeah. Do you see anything, Amalia?
Well, we did make it around the fungus. I can just barely see it down there. And I point, I guess, to the north.
But wouldn't that mean there's still a lot more fungus that we have to go around?
Well, didn't we hear the voice from...
What's that
This-
voice? It was roar.
Well, does the roar from this direction?
That-
More or less?
Was past the fungus, I think, but do we see anything?
What specifically are you looking for?
Just looking for something that can make that roar. That's
Currently, no.
should we go a little bit closer to the fungus and see if we can see anything?
We could. I just thought Rel had said that it had come from more up than...
Well, we couldn't.
I didn't say that.
I thought you did.
No.
Oh.
We just
Oh,
know it
no,
came
right,
from the
okay.
fungus direction. We didn't know.
Right, okay.
Is there any rare resources in the area?
Make a perception check.
21.
Looking around, you don't see anything that's like rare or valuable immediately.
The eerie quiet. Oh yeah. Got to love it.
Well, it looks like it goes down.
I see a cavern, or is that a chasm?
That's either a drop off or a giant leaf.
Giant leaf.
It's probably just a giant leaf in reality now that you look at it. No. Rounding the corner, you do see that there is a large pit, a large hole. You're not sure how deep it is, but it does seem to go into the darkness further than you can see with your 120 feet of devil's sight.
Jeez, okay.
Well, that means that we can't go around the fungus.
There do appear to be areas on the other side of it.
Yes. Get closer to the
Proceeding
hole.
further, there is a large area of fungus laid out in front of you, and you realize that this is probably the same area that you have encountered already.
Ooh. Well, I think I found the water.
Yeah, and with your devil sight, you could see some of the water off to the side.
Is that past the fungus?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
You do hear at this point a almost like the sound of something moving through rock.
I am moving away from this ledge immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Nope.
Could we hear generally where it was coming from?
It's kind of coming from this direction.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we can see anything in that room. See up to here. But I don't think there's any way around the chasm from here.
Is this? Can we walk along this ledge?
There is a small ledge on the edge that you can walk along. However, it is considered rough and dangerous terrain, and I might need a dexterity check or two.
How deep is the chasm?
You can't see the bottom.
All right, well, fuck
None
all
of
that.
you can.
Well,
You can't see the bottom with 120 feet of vision.
Correct.
It's a bottomless pit. We could drop a dawn shard down it.
what? No. I pick up a pebble, cast light on it, and drop the pebble.
Okay. It falls and falls and falls and falls and falls and falls, and eventually, even with the light on it, it goes out of your vision before it disappears.
Well.
Hey, I found the entrance to floor 3. We can go home now.
I don't...
I think that drop would kill us.
Something tells me that drop might go through floor 3 and 4 and 6.
And 100?
Exactly, so we get a huge bonus.
Yeah, they could totally set up here. There's plenty of pillars.
Zhao's like, I don't think that's the way this works.
Oh, they have mages for fly. We'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Face it, you just don't want to,
Be here anymore?
Yeah, be here. Or fight the big bad bronze one.
I want to fight the bronze one. I don't know if the bronze one is the one I actually want to fight, but, there's only one way to find out.
Well, if he's experimenting on those thingy-majiggers, that means we're nothing but experiments to him in his eyes.
Are there any pillars that look really sturdy that I can?
There's a couple of eternity, but there's no. Anyway, no, there's no pillars that are just like super strong or anything. Make a perception check for me.
Oof. Okay.
Big oof.
Can I ask Zhao for assistance?
Sure.
Or can I assist Zhao? Assist Zhao, rather.
Yeah, you can.
All right, let's
That's
do
better
that.
for you. Oh no. Well, Zhao's like, I don't know. Just see a bunch of rocks, okay?
Ro walks off the ledge.
Okay. Your character immediately dies.
Fucking done. Alright, well, are there any heavy rocks?
There's a handful. There's some stalagmites around as well, and if you could break those off, they could potentially be extremely heavy.
What? Can I just use the stalagmites
For what?
to tie a rope around?
You could.
Are stalagmites?
I suppose, yeah.
Are stalagmites
not-
on the ceiling, or are they on the floor?
Stalagmites are on the floor, and technically you could. They're not always the most stable because they are sedimentary rocks, and Ro would know this because she's a very smart girl.
Yeah.
What do you plan to do? Propel down?
No. Hang on. How much rope do I have?
Oh.
The chasm
This is
itself
rough.
is not terribly long, so
Yeah, this is where I find out I don't actually have rope. Okay, I do have rope. We're good. So, I could just... that's not enough rope.
Well, if does anybody have a grappling hook?
No.
No. I have
Really?
a dagger.
Wow.
I don't even have a... Oh, no, I have a dagger. I don't know if that works.
Well, I think grappling hook was like the last item I was thinking about getting, but I didn't because I didn't have enough gold.
yeah, even Zhao doesn't have one. Whoops. Big rip.
Actually. I'm gonna put my shield down, turn my rapier into a greatsword, and stab it into the ground.
Sure, roll me a strength check.
I
Or
don't
just an
wanna.
attack.
An attack.
Mhm.
Because that's what... That's got all my charisma
That's
stuff
pretty
with
good.
it.
This rapier disappears, just kind of turns into smoke. You put your shield on your back, and then hold out your hand, and this huge ass greatsword just appears out of thin air, smoking this kind of dark, almost ashy smelling smoke off of it. Flip it around and stab it into the ground as far as you go. As the greatsword hits the ground, the greatsword has this like gentle flame around it that just almost just melts into the ground like butter.
Do you think we could use that?
Probably not, considering it's sharp and it would probably cut the rope.
You tie it to the hilt.
Yeah, it does have a hilt.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it disappeared if you let go of it.
After a minute.
Oh, okay.
But as long as she's over here and
Hell, she could even hold on to it while the rope's tied to it.
Yeah, I can hold on to it while you guys go across. And then I just gotta
I would
hurry.
prefer to find a way around the big deep hole.
That's probably a smarter idea.
Well, is anything down there?
Down where?
She points down here, towards the spores.
Water?
Yeah, there's lots of fungus, and on the other side of that, there's seems to be some water.
She gestures, like, over on the side. There's like a opening. What about that?
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to put myself on top of you.
I mean, Rel can move.
Even I can't see down there. It's too much of an angle.
I can get an angle where Amalia is, but I don't think there's anything there. I think it's like a little crevice inside. Not an actual hallway. It goes like right here, here, and then I can't see anything more. It's black here. But it looks like it just goes in. And it might be a roundabout to over here.
Yep.
But there's no way to tell until we get over there.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be able to hold our breaths with spores. So I'm going to go on a ledge and say that's just like a crevice until I'm proven otherwise.
I'm casting False Life at level 2.
Okay.
I didn't
Roll that
see
shit.
this coming.
12. Also casting Mage Armor because I don't have that.
All right.
So, 12 HP. Okay. Well, we've...
I think this is a very bad idea.
Is there a pathway to walk through the spores?
Not a clear one. Okay, cool. So, got your rapier and everything.
Would I know if these spores are flammable?
You rolled pretty high in your nature check, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are not particularly friendly when it comes to fire.
Fuck it. Why don't we just explode them?
Okay,
Ah.
I firebolt it.
Oh,
All right. Nope. You put yourself back, Missy. Okay.
You didn't put any context.
You're just like, why don't you just explode them? And Yu's just like, okay, points a gun at the fucking explosives. I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from all of you, please.
Awesome.
What have you done? Where's Dex? I can't
Big
find my
fucking
Dex.
wow.
Can I
Big,
get
oh
help?
fucking, oh no.
Can someone, like, push me?
Roll a dex check for Zhao.
I just did.
An actual dex check.
Oh, this dex check's the same as a save, so.
So roll another one.
Oh,
I was more
what?
or less
No,
kidding.
you're not in range to get pushed. Get out of here.
Actually,
She
I
was,
was
actually.
I
She
was right here when
standing
it went
right
off.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I ran away because I wanted none of that. Oh,
Nope.
oh.
Nope, you fail. Alright, so Amalia, you're going to take... Are
If I
Aasimar
live this,
resistant to fire damage by chance?
necrotic and radiant.
Okay, so...
Am I just unconscious? No,
No, but
wait.
you're gonna
I have a patron for this.
You do. You're gonna take 20 points of fire damage as the room in front of you, as you just kind of points and the room in front of you completely and totally explodes. It is just nothing but a gaseous cloud of fire and death, and it speeds toward all of you. The DC for this was 15, so Zhao and Amalia take 20 points of fire damage, and everyone else takes 10 points of fire damage as you try to leap out of the way of the pyroclastic cloud that has just erupted out of this area.
I take 5, I think, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, half is 5.
What the fuck?
What?
Sorry, it was an impulse.
Yes, fucking shoot the explosive. That's what you want to do. Yeah, okay. Oh my fucking.
I'm sorry, I did it without thinking.
Clearly, I have seen monkeys with more intelligence than you. Oh
Hey, if you
no!
don't
Hay is for
experience
horses.
it once-
No.
Hey, if you don't experience once, you'll never experience it again.
What are you gonna sleep with them now?
I could have fucking told you it was going to explode. What? I didn't tell you it was going to explode. By your logic, go jump into that pit.
Okay.
No, don't tell her to do that, because then this is gonna get awkward.
Go ahead. If you haven't experienced it.
Oh, I've experienced falling before. It's not exactly fun.
300 plus feet.
Uh,
Have you experienced going splat? I can tell you right now, it's gonna fucking kill you.
Would it kill her?
Yeah,
Yes!
I would 100%. Here, let's just
but I
roll
have
this.
experienced that.
No, you've never fallen 300 feet.
Not 300 feet, per se.
That would 100% immediately kill her from full 3 times over.
So oozes can't just, like, slurp themselves back together again?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, okay.
But my master did drop me off a building once.
He did.
That's...
And I'm
gotta
pretty sure
test the uses.
you'd be surprised.
I don't want to know.
Oh, actually, that would come out of my false life.
Yes, congratulations. You didn't lose any health.
I'm not worried about me.
Sal, do I need to give you a healing potion?
You're an idiot.
At least I'm not the idiot who got jumped on by a cube.
That has nothing to do with that's an assault. You assaulted us. Why did you do that? What the fuck?
Are the fungus still there?
Did you breathe in too many spores? Is that what's I'm going to attribute it to spores. You must have breathed in too many spores. My god.
Oh, I just thought it would be musing all shit. I didn't mean
Well,
to
that's
actually
fucking
hurt
stupid.
you.
You're an idiot. I truthfully believe that you have breathed in too many spores and that you are extremely high right now, and that's the only reason that you did that. Otherwise, I could no longer adventure with you, as you would be too stupid.
At least I'm not too stupid to try and climb over that cliff.
No, I think we need to leave the stupid discussion here, because if it goes any further than you have just breathed in too many spores, I might actually kill you.
Are the spores still there?
No, there's no fungus in this room whatsoever, and you watch as
At all?
there's none. It's all gone. Chain reaction. Shit's donezo. You also watch as two things drop from the ceiling and die.
Hey, I killed some things.
You could have done that from a safer distance.
Well, I didn't even know they were there.
I think she meant the fireball in the first place.
I wouldn't have let you die if that helps any.
Do you have the ability to?
I have a healing potion, darling.
If they had both died, went unconscious rather.
Well, we saved the healer first. If the healer had fainted.
That's so beautiful.
And then the healer
Or-
couldn't get the other one.
Or we could just not waste supplies and be smart about it.
Well, we
Hey,
technically didn't
guys.
waste supplies, did we?
Guys,
We're
when you're
about to
done
waste
fighting,
resources. Oh my god. Okay, what?
when you're done fighting, it's literally just a motherfucking crevice. So,
It is.
not even worth.
Hey, there's water.
We don't even know if it's good water.
Is it good water? I see something over here.
Okay, so approaching the water, there is kind of almost an inner lake in this area. There's a small island in the center of it, and on that island there is a large steel box.
I want
The box is decorated with various runes and other things. There's no clear way to get to the box currently. The water starts off fairly shallow, but gets deep real fast.
Do we know if it's good water or bad water?
It is fairly large. It's about 7 feet long and about 5 feet wide. It's pretty hefty.
What's the water like?
The water looks fairly like it's muddy. It's muddy cave water. So it could be really dirty. It could be disease ridden, or it might not be.
I wouldn't touch that water.
Should we see if there's any fish living in there?
I don't think I'd want to eat them.
I'm not going to eat them.
I'm
just
going
seeing
to
if there's actually.
cast Mage Hand. And I don't know what that's going to be able to do with the box, but I figure, like, using Mage Hand is smarter than doing it myself.
You could
I could send
move
my raven
5
over
pounds.
I can move 10 pounds.
Is Mage Hand 10? Okay.
10
thought it was
pounds.
5. Okay. I lied. I'm
10.
sorry.
Okay, so are you mage hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sending a raven over there?
there. Sure.
So you cast Mage Hand and you send a raven over to the box. Are you trying to lift the lid of the box?
Gonna try to.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull the raven back a little ways. Just to be sure it's not trapped and gets blown up.
Okay. So when you go to pull the lid off, you watch as the box splits in two and swallows your Mage Hand.
Would I have
Okay.
any idea what that was?
That box is trapped.
That was more than a trap. I think that thing is living.
Is that a mimic?
I don't know.
Can I roll a check to figure it out? Like, not necessarily to know whether it's a mimic, but to know whether or not...
Roll an insight check.
Like, to know
Roll
whether
an
or not
insight.
that was a trap or, like, a mimic. Insight?
Yeah, insight check.
10.
That was some weird shit. That was like the box turned live for a moment. That's a weird trap. If it's a trap, like, what the shit?
It's made of metal.
It is made of metal, yes.
Fuck it, I'm bolting it.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I was gonna send the raven over to peck it.
I was gonna send another mage hand over to poke it. Because the mage hand can just get eaten forever and ever and ever, and we're
Well,
fine.
I was gonna look through the raven's eyes as well, to see if I could see what was inside of it.
But if the raven gets eaten...
It's
As you bolt it, the box reels,
Oh.
and these huge teeth with a large tongue just kind of lash out of it. Go ahead and roll me damage. You did.
I did.
Okay.
It's 6.
So 6 points of damage.
I think it's a mimic.
It might be.
I'm never trusting another box again.
I
Remind me to
figured if it was a
stab
trap, like, if it was a trap, it's made of metal, it would just go immediately to the ground. Like it would just take the electricity and just go straight to the ground, which wouldn't harm anything inside. And if it was a mimic, it'd get really pissed off. Like,
Right.
so...
Does that mean
This
I ate that
creature,
apple?
the box splits open, revealing rows and rows of teeth and a large lashing tongue. This creature, whatever it is, this living box, begins squirming in place. Relindra, that is your turn unless you have a bonus action or movement.
Nope.
Okay.
As a note, though, I do ignore lightning resistance now.
You ignore lightning resistance. Good to know.
Yep.
The mimic is going to go ahead and it is going to slingshot itself. It's going to...
What?
1, 2, 3. And it is going... Yeah, it's got plenty of movement speed to do this. They have 40 feet, so... and then it's going to slither up towards you, Amalia, and just try to give you the big ol', what we would call the big ol' chompins.
Oh god.
You need to back the fuck up, sir. Hi. Get back across that water, sit the fuck down, and we will keep going.
Bite attack. 24 hits. You're gonna take. Oof.
Am I unconscious again?
You are not unconscious. You are at 1 HP. That is 10 points of
That's
damage. That's
10.
5 points of piercing and 5 points of acid damage.
That's nice. Okay. Well,
Fucking yikes. As it bites down on you and tries to, like, rip your arm off, and you barely get your arm free, scratches all the way down the arm from these, like, razor-sharp teeth, and the mimic takes another, quote-unquote, step forward, and it's just like... You.
I don't like you.
Would you be able to push it off if she had a running start?
You want to push it into the water?
Yep.
I'd say, yeah, you'll have to make a shove attack.
I will do that.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
It's a shove attack, so it's a strength
Okay.
Athletics.
or athletics, yeah.
Do you get a bonus for a running start? Or is that a
I'll
feat?
give you advantage. I'll give you
Athletics, right?
Fine. Yeah, athletics. Okay, and the mimic makes a check. It's gonna make an athletics check to contest you. Roll a 13. Just shove it into the water by you.
That's my action, right?
Yeah, that's your attack, and I think you only get one attack, so...
Yeah. Say that was 5.
Running start would have to be like 10, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be 10 feet.
So right here.
Okay. That ends your turn. Amalia, it's now your turn.
I knew I essentially butted its head and pushed it away from you and bolted.
Oh, I see what you were doing. You were trying to prevent her from taking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
yeah,
and
except
if it's in water, electricity plus water, not good.
Not
No, that
necessarily.
works.
That's not how that works.
Have my rapier and shield, so I have to move closer to it anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay. Phoenix feathers begin jutting out of it at random angles.
And then... I'm assuming that's not in the water.
No, you're not in the water. You're kind of like on the shore.
Okay. And then attack it with... Is it that one? Yeah, it should be that one. Wow.
Wow.
Oof. Yeah, unfortunate. 8 does not hit. It doesn't have very high AC, but it does have higher AC than 8. As you like slam the rapier towards it, it doesn't hit.
Can it swim?
It can.
That would look very weird.
It's like a slug. Like if you tossed a slug in the water, it would just attach to the bottom and crawl back out. It does have to breathe, so that's something you have in your favor.
It's my turn.
Okay. Zhao. Zhao's like, oh fuck, that's a living box.
I'm not. Would Zhao charge in there with, like, this little health?
I mean, his character, look at his traits. You decide. His traits, the traits that you know about are there.
I offered him a healing potion.
He totally would. How deep is this? Right here. Next to Amalia.
The anywhere within 5 feet of the shore is only like 5 feet deep. It's not very deep.
Oof. Alright. I guess he's gonna slap it. Did I reset his spell slots? No, I didn't. Alright. Oh, no. Actually, you know what he'd probably do?
What?
He can heal, can't he?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to ping. Or is it? Nope, that's what I wanted to ping. So he can heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an action, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who is he healing?
Himself and Amalia. Because that's the only people
Any
he can
creatures. Okay, so his cleric level times 5 would be 15 total. So how are you dividing it up?
Is you below half health?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Only took 10 HP.
It's his level times 5?
Yeah, so he has 15 total.
Just give it to Amalia and him.
Give 10 to Amalia and 5 to him.
Okay, so Amalia, you heal for 10?
Okay.
Alright, and...
He's like, I fucking got you! Oh god, shit, what am I doing? Okay, that's the end of his turn.
Yep.
Rel.
I'm gonna bolt it.
Okay.
22.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 9 points of damage to the creature. As the lightning bolt strikes it, he seems to zero in on you for a moment, Rel. And you watch these two huge eyes just both kind of appear off the top of the box.
And I thought I was weird.
I'm good.
Fascinating, though.
It is now the Mimic's turn. The Mimic... Let's see, let's get a song going. It's not playing. That's annoying. Okay, the Mimic is going to go ahead and use its turn. It's going to try to... gonna try to go ahead and grapple. Let's see.
Shit.
Yeah, it's gonna try to grapple Zhao. It's gonna use a pseudopod attack. Oof! Fuck!
Oh god.
Oh no. Okay, he's still not unconscious. Oh no, he's not doing great. That hits, and Zhao is gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as a pseudopod, the mimic's tongue, extends, lashes out, raises above, and crashes down on top of him, just bypassing his shield entirely.
Oof.
Yeah, 9 points of damage to Zhao.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you.
How far underwater is it?
It's kind of clinging to the edge of the water. It's about 4 feet down, but it's still poking out the top.
How difficult would it make it to slam its mouth shut?
It would be almost impossible to make it do that. Unless you have like a dominate spell or a command or something, maybe.
No, I wish I did. You's gonna run up to him and feed him a health potion.
He's like, this tongue has grappled him like a chameleon's tongue and is now trying to pull him into the mimic's mouth. And you're like, you run up to him and he's like, what are you doing? And you just jam the uncorked healing potion in his mouth, and he's just, help me.
I can't help you. I'm trying to.
Roll the healing.
7.
Okay, so 7 HP to Zhao.
Alright, he's got it.
Cool.
Let's see, that was 25, so I could move 5 feet back. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Wait, I could get back where I was with the dash. I'm good.
Okay, that'll end your turn.
Yep.
Amalia.
Alright, now it's time to put hex on him. Because, you know, can't have enough hexes.
Yeah, go ahead. These large boils start to kind of fester on top of the mimic, and they just grow, and they're starting to give off this heat.
Guess I'm gonna go with strength.
Okay, so strength. That hits.
Is it? Okay. And then that one.
Okay, so let's see. Da-da-da. That is 7, and didn't you also Hexblade's curse it?
Yeah, but that just gives me bonuses when I'm attacking, I believe.
You are attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you extra damage equal to your proficiency modifier on
Yeah,
a successful weapon attack.
Didn't I roll? Yeah, I have that one on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is your
have
proficiency
different.
bonus still 2?
Is it? I think so.
Yeah, I think it goes to 3 at 5. So, okay, cool. So that is 13 points of damage to the mimic. It's starting to look rougher and rougher, and as it struggles, as you stab your rapier into it, one of these big boils pops, and this big gout of flame just juts out of it. Okay, I think that'll end your turn, unless you're moving.
No, that'll be my turn.
Zhao's like, oh god, fuck, shit, oh no, get this thing off of me, please.
I guess he's gonna. What does he do to get it off of himself? Is that a check?
It would be a check, yeah. Specifically, it is a part of the adhesive trait. Adheres to anything that touches it, huge or smaller creature. Is an escape DC of 13.
What does he have to roll? Strength?
Oh, strength, yeah, sorry.
Fuck it. Alright,
Oh
well,
no, he's like trying, and now he's just being pulled closer into the. He's now actually into the water now.
yeah. I think he would healing word himself after that.
Okay.
So. All that. 5.
5.
2 plus. What is that? Disciple of Life. 2 plus the spell level, so +3, so 8.
8 health to him.
That's his. That's his.
Okay, Rel.
Alright, well, I think I've just turned into a warlock at this point. Bolt. 14.
14 just barely hits.
A 3 points.
Mimic's like. Okay, that will end your turn.
Yeah. I don't
Mimic's turn. Mimic roars out blah, and pulls Zhao all the way in and bites him.
Big honkin' oof.
Roll it, please. That actually misses, though. When the Mimic bites, you see one of its teeth just shoot off into the distance as it bites straight down onto Zhao's chainmail. And it's just... And Zhao's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's fine, it's fine. He's not doing anything yet. He's having fun.
Some kind of fun.
It just keeps biting down, but it's not, like, penetrating the armor. Okay, you.
You flips around and tries to hit it, but misses horribly.
Yeah, it just goes clear. It actually, like, ricochets off of Zhao's helmet. He's like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Trying to kill everyone today, aren't you?
No. Not intentionally.
Alright, Amalia.
Don't have enough bonus actions, damn it.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh. Hey, that's revenge for that double crit earlier.
Oh.
Fuck.
Was
Right.
Hex once or twice?
Hex gets doubled. Nice. Let's see. So that's 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 6 is 19 points of damage. And the Mimic roars backwards. Damn, that's a double crit and everything. Just because of the situation, I'm gonna say that it lets go of Zhao right here. It just lets go of him, and Zhao's like, oh, she falls on his ass in the water. I'm gonna say he's prone, but he is free. He is no longer grappled.
Worth as fuck.
Shao, are you okay?
I don't know. All right, is it your turn, Amalia?
Yeah.
Okay, Zhao.
Probably isn't. I mean, he just landed in that fucking, like, cesspool. Alright, well, he'll spend half his movement to get up and fucking slap it, I guess. With his mace.
Actually, bitch slap it? No, I'm kidding. Be
Probably
like,
not,
You
it's
tried to
made of
kill me,
metal.
bitch.
Just fucking punch it.
Alright, mace attack. Well,
He just flails. He's like still sitting down for a moment, and he's like flailing as he gets up, and is like, "No, get away! You stupid motherfucker!"
Poor Shao.
I think that's it. That's all
Okay.
I got.
Zhao has been traumatized at this point. He'll never trust another box again.
Is he Lily 2.0? Alright. I'm gonna fucking... I'm gonna bolt it. I'm a warlock now. That's a miss, isn't it?
All right.
The 13.
Give me a second. 13 hits.
Oh, wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's a max roll. 10 points lightning damage.
10 points of lightning damage. The Mimic and zeroes in on you, Rel. And if we were playing Monster Hunter, it would start limping. All right, I think that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay, it is going to charge. It's going to get out of the water 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh, man, it can't quite get to you, Rel. It's trying.
Yeah.
I wanna
It gets-
hit
It gets right here. And then it's just going to take another step. You could both hit it if you want, Zhao and Amalia.
I wanna hit it.
Go for it. 16 hits.
Poor Shao.
Zhao's like, oh, it's shit, fucking goddamn it. He trips in the water.
Trips in the water.
Oh, 10 points of damage. Okay, the mimic, as you stab it, the mimic, it's about to hit you, and then it just and kind of almost deflates in front of you.
Cool.
Man,
Alright then.
I love mimics.
He's dead.
You is actually going to sit down in front of it and start studying it.
You gain hit points equal to your warlock plus your charisma. Okay, what is it?
I think
7.
Zhao. I feel like Zhao would probably cast this. Actually, I'm not sure. How smart is Zhao? Oh, okay, he would probably definitely do it. Right.
Okay, what are you casting?
Ritual
Detect poison and disease. Okay.
Yeah.
He gets out of the water. He's motherfucking shit. God, fucking cast the spell real quick. I'm clean. Oh God.
Oh,
What the hell is this?
I was gonna say ritual cast.
Oh, okay.
This is
Sits
ritual.
down. Ritual cat. Before he does, he goes over and he kicks the mimic, and his fucking foot gets stuck to it. And he's like, no. No.
You didn't learn. Oh my.
He like has to pull his foot free.
You is going to actually look inside of it and see if there's anything in it. Because she's actually studying it. She's sitting there, like, opening in its mouth and everything.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Investigation check. Can I get some help or?
I-
Sure.
I can help you.
Hmm?
I could help.
Okay, thank you. 15.
Okay. Here. You find a bag of.
Aren't mimics acidic?
Not necessarily. Not in the same way the oozes are.
Okay, I was just.
They're
wondering.
technically not even an ooze.
Well, usually they do acid damage whenever they bite with their saliva and shit.
They do a little bit of acid damage, yeah.
Okay, 13 gold. Do we need this
Little.
bag of adventuring supplies?
Yes, I don't even know what's in there.
I look what's in there. What's in there?
There's just like it's basically the same thing as a Dungeoneer's kit.
Okay, a Dungeoneer's kit.
So like rations, rope,
There's no rations in there.
hammer.
There's some rope. There's a hammer. There's a grappling hook. There is a light crossbow.
I will take that grappling hook.
There's a crowbar. There are 10 pittons.
There's a grappling hook in Dungeoneer's packs.
Right, but it's not exactly just a Dungeoneer's.
Okay.
Like I said, it's basically a Dungeoneer's
Okay.
pack.
Okay.
It's just like shit you would find in any kind of dungeon adventurer's pack.
It's your way of giving us a grappling hook.
Partially.
Well, we have a grappling hook now.
Hey, I do have written down for this mimic a bag of adventuring supplies. I can put whatever I want in there. Fuck.
No, I'm not.
There's no grappling hook. You pick it up, it turns to dust. I don't know what happened. That's so weird. Turns out it was all an acid trip. You guys are actually still back at camp.
Some of the kobolds found us after the fucking spores exploded.
We're just tripping balls.
So,
I believe it.
can anybody carry this?
How much does it weigh?
How much does it weigh?
It's like 10.
I could carry it, actually.
Well, it's
I
something
could as
for
well.
us to sell later.
You could also ask Zhao. He has strength.
Zhao?
Hello, yes, I am very good at carrying things and not dying to boxes.
That's up for debate.
I mean, I didn't see you out there in the middle of the water trying to save your friends. All I saw you was pew pew.
Hey,
I mean-
I headbutted it. I'm good.
offense is the best defense.
And I also fed you a health potion.
Yes, thank you.
I'm very sorry for blowing you up. I didn't mean to.
You can't kill them if it's dead.
Well, I mean, it saves us 2 monsters that dropped over there.
I think the explosion did more than the monsters were going to, but I mean,
Is there anything still on this island?
It wouldn't have been as cool.
that is true. That is very true.
I'm not completely stupid. I just did it without thinking. I sometimes do that. On
I think
occasion.
that's what defines. Never mind. Is there anything still on this island?
No.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to go over there and investigate? I could shoot a grappling hook on the other side of the island.
Or I could just jump.
Would you be able to make it?
It's only 10 feet. Although it looks like it's higher up than we are.
Oh, I didn't mean to click Jow. I'll put him here.
What is my jump score equal to?
It is your strength score if you get a running start.
You could do a running start from this direction.
How far is this ledge? It says 10 feet. However, that's to the middle.
I'd say just make a 10-feet jump.
I can't jump 10 feet, which is why I'm asking.
It's 10 feet.
Welp.
I can jump 9 feet, so I
I
might
can
be
jump.
able to.
What's your strength score?
It's 8.
I could jump over there if you absolutely wanted me to, right? If you got 0 base?
Yep. As long as it's a 10.
Okay, I could do that if you
Anything
wanted.
higher than that, you need an athletics check, and the DC is 2 plus 2. It's 10 plus 2 for every foot that you need to go over.
Would you?
So if you have 9, that would be a 12. If you have 8, that would be a 14 athletics check.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check it out if you want. I'm gonna.
If you want me to, I could just act as a bracer and you jump, and I try to grab you and pull you up.
Well, if you're just trying to see what's over there, I mean.
Oh! Did Zhao find any poison or disease in the water?
Yes.
Which?
Yeah, he can sense presence of and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of him. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. Also, is anyone else diseased?
No.
So no one's diseased.
No.
What kind of disease is in it?
The disease that is in it, does he know exactly what kind?
Yeah, it says you...
Kind of poison creature. Okay, this is swamp rot.
What is swamp rot?
Basically, once you contract swamp rot, it has an incubation period of 1d4 days. After that time, you start. You have a fever. 1 day later, you are bedridden and ill. You begin vomiting, and then 1 day after that, you make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, it progresses. On a success, it starts to get better. And then you make 2 con saves after that, and based off of it's like death saves basically. And if you fail 3 of them in the entire sequence whatsoever, you die. It is curable, however. And it's a common disease.
How do you contract it? Drinking the water?
Basically, the water entering your bloodstream in any way would cause you to contract it. And it's not a 100% chance.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want in there.
It's like getting sneezed on by somebody with the flu. Like, if you breathe that shit in, well, there's a chance. There's a pretty good chance you're gonna get the flu. So.
Okay. He's gonna get a running start and jump over here. Make sure there's nothing over here that we missed.
Okay.
I do see a way over that direction.
Yep, as you jump over there, there is another area, and I will note that you could walk to this. You could walk to this,
Yeah,
kind of
right
getting
here.
this better view. You could walk around pretty easily. So, there is nothing on this island, as I said previously.
Okay. Well, you're just gonna jump back and follow them. And of course, I just get one of my tokens. Just one.
Yeah, that pinging when you try to drag something only seems to happen when you're dragging a group.
Yeah, it happens to me when I drag a group as well. So,
Ooh. There we go. Well, that would explain it.
Right. So,
Well, that happened.
so on this side, you see a winding tunnel.
Is there anything? I don't think I see anything.
So far, there's not really anything out of place. It's just a cave so far.
Shall we go further and see if there's any rare materials here?
What's this gonna happen? We've already seen the worst of it, right?
You say that, and then we get exploded again.
I want to look up.
You look up. Okay, just a bunch of stalagmites. Or stalactites, sorry.
Okay. I didn't want to, like, say that and then, you know, we get jumped. That would be awkward. Oh, hi.
Sorry.
well,
No,
this
you're fine.
finishes, I
Right here.
guess.
There you go.
Not really.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Looking, whenever you clear this area, you see at the end of this tunnel there is a skeleton propped up against the wall.
Shall we go see what the skeleton wants? Or has?
I don't think the skeleton wants much.
Probably
You
wants to
never
be
know,
alive
it could
again.
Be alive.
That's true.
It could be a talking skeleton for all we know.
What kind of skeleton is it?
Human.
I don't want to have an
Is it on the-
existential
Oh,
crisis.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Is it down here or up here?
It's at the very end of the tunnel.
There's two ends. Okay.
There's only one really end of the tunnel.
Alright.
Well,
check for traps?
why? Yes. Why would there be a human here?
No idea. I mean, for all we know, we're like... We could be the new batch of test subjects.
Shit, what was the other corpse?
A kobold?
Cobalt.
No, with the egg.
It was human.
Human, I
It
believe.
was human.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything up here?
No, not really. Make a perception check.
Check for rare resources.
Yeah. Alright, I guess can Zhao help me and give me guidance?
Sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna check for
19.
traps.
Okay,
I'm gonna
go ahead. Roll investigation.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Ow.
You're like, there's no traps here.
Okay. If you say so.
There's nothing.
I'll roll the 19 for the perception.
Nice.
Looking around, there is a small vein of a like shiny silvery metal. Looks like it could be, looks like it could be potentially platinum? Question mark.
Is it glowing?
It is not, unfortunately.
Oh, speaking of glowing, have I think it's been 24 hours since we picked up that necklace with the tide stone in it.
Yeah. Do you need it?
Well, no, you gave it to Rel.
Yeah, I gave it to Rael.
Oh, are you attuning to it?
Yeah,
think
she would have been
as-
attuning to it this entire time.
Oh, okay. Sure. It lets you cast control water.
And then there was something else about it, like something off.
Yeah. Hold on.
Um,
I'll give you an item card for that. Are you guys searching the? Are you guys searching the body?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to investigate. Do you want me to do that, or do you?
I'll let you do this one, and I'll just help.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
How many doubles has that been?
Too
I
many.
don't know. You search the body and you do come up with a journal.
I want to read the journal.
The journal begins with a bit of a monologue almost. It says, "Hello, my name is Elias, and I'm keeping this record because I know I'm about to die. There is little I can do to prevent this. The disease has made its way further than any thought possible. The magical means of keeping it suppressed have since faded, and I am afraid that I will not make it until the next week. I'm keeping this record because I am down here searching for something. A cure, perhaps, or maybe something more. I am searching for the legacy of Konzadash."
Was it the same number of same name as the one they gave? Or a
That's
different one?
the
Yeah.
kobold thing that you found earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna note that down real quick.
I am unsure whether this can provide me with the... What the fuck? Hold on. My Roll20 just weirded out. I'm unsure whether this can provide me with the strength that I seek. But I take solace in knowing that others may come after me. The kobolds have assured me that if I find it, I may keep it. However, I deem them suspect. The journal goes on to talk about his interactions with the two kobolds that he was assigned to journey with, and eventually how he left them behind after being ambushed.
What was he ambushed by?
He fled a great beast,
Great beast.
a conqueror of stone and dirt and glass.
Alright, what else?
He
does
fled here. However, it had been days, and the disease was already starting to take a turn for the worst. This disease that he talks about is something unique, something interesting. It's... His skin had begun to liquefy in certain areas of his body. He writes about how he had already lost the use of his arm, how he was currently bleeding out from the arm itself. He'd tried to cauterize the wound, however, the scar tissue that built up would just go on to liquefy minutes later. He writes, "I fear that soon I will be dead, not from the disease, but from the blood loss that it has caused. Those that seek true power seek out the legacy of Konzadash and use it to end all the wrongness in the world." And that's where the journal ends.
Guys, I tell them the symptoms of the disease. Have any of you ever heard about that?
The answer is no. None of you have ever heard of that before.
This is important information. There is no flesh left, right?
Yeah, there's nothing left of the skin on this dude.
I would suggest a sample.
Interestingly, there's still armor and stuff. He's wearing like a base set of leather armor.
Zhao still has detect poison disease up.
Yep.
Does he sense anything?
He does not.
Okay.
This is not good. It said magical suppression. Only helped a little.
Did you read that out loud?
Oh yeah, I would have told you after I read it.
So like everything that's in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Zorn mentioned experiments and turning his, I guess, comrades into monstrosities. You don't think this might be similar?
It's possible. I mean, if done right, anything can be created from anything.
Well, but here's the issue. The Zorn were aware they were being experimented on. He said he had a disease, which implies that he wasn't aware. And we obviously know that the Zorn are more recent, so why...
Did it say when he got infected with that disease? Before or after the attack?
He came down here apparently looking for a cure.
Oh. So... Okay, for that particular disease? That was a question for the DM.
What? That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
I said for that particular disease or for power?
He came down here looking for a cure to his disease.
Okay.
I don't know if I can make that more clear.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright.
Okay, well then scratch that.
Okay. But that still doesn't mean that someone didn't get a hold of his tissue for the disease, even if it's not contagious. We don't know if it was... We don't know what kind of creature produced the disease.
And then he talked about a beast as well.
Yes, stone and glass and metal, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. A conqueror of stone and glass, or stone and dirt and glass.
That might be the roar we've heard.
It's quite possible.
Did that roar sound similar to a Zorn?
No. Not even close to the roar that you did hear earlier.
Okay.
Well...
Of glass.
Did you find anything on the int?
Oh, there's some kind of silvery metal. It might be platinum.
Oh, if it's some platinum, we can mine a little bit before we leave. Or, yeah, head out.
Yeah.
Can you fit it in that little tiny... little bag? The journal?
I'd say yeah. I'd say it would just barely fit in the bag.
Okay. Make sure it doesn't get wet or anything. Maybe somebody has heard of this disease and it's just really, really, really exotic.
Maybe. Can I roll a history check on Kanzadash?
Kanzadash. You may, but I'm going to tell you you're probably not going to succeed. So you can totally roll it, but it is an item so mythic that the stories about it aren't really even heard anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
So.
Oh, that.
So, can I bounce ideas off of Zhao and get guidance?
Sure. I would say Zhao, especially since the kobolds come from Yevanian.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
And Wildspeak. So they technically come from Wildspeak, but they migrated to Mirvanin. Whatever.
You probably still would have heard the stories or something.
Yeah, he's probably heard it in passing here and there. No, the 19's not gonna do it. Not even close.
Was it a 25?
Yeah, it's a 25. You both kind of bounce each other back and forth, and you're like, I don't know. Kanzadash. That's Inarin, I think. Yeah, that's Inarin for I think it's like wave It's like World Crusher or something like that.
I actually think I know Inaran. I do. So it's Inaran for World Crusher?
Yes. It's actually Inaran for, hold on. Shit, I don't have it written down what the actual meaning of it is. It's like it's there's no direct translation for it. It's like World Blight or World Crusher or World Conqueror. It's world something, and the second word Zadash is like conquest, defeat, etc. And it depends on how you use it in context what the word means. So it's kind of a loose translation.
So we found no other items or anything on him, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Do we want to try and mine some of this before we leave?
Might as well, it's here.
Yeah, I'm going to keep up with the map and mark it. I don't know how big the vein is, so I'm only gonna do like a light mark of it, and then if it's a small vein, I'm...
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of like what I did with the silver.
Okay, looking it... Roll me a strength check for whoever's mining.
I think it's Zhao, and I'm helping, or do one of you want to help this time?
Don't look at me.
Okay, I'll help. And he
Have him guidance himself.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll it?
Up to you. I figured you had a sheet open already.
Okay. 21 plus roll 1d4. 25.
Nice.
What was that when I needed it?
I don't know.
That's pretty... He starts chipping it away, and it's pretty clear that this might be a larger vein. Might lead to a bit more than you can chew.
Okay. I mean, get as much as we can.
Yeah, sure. I would say you get about 3 pounds of raw platinum ore.
Okay, 3 platinum blue. 3 pounds. And I would mark it as a bigger vein. Well, we got platinum. Though I think the gems are worth more. Maybe.
Okay.
Alright. Are we going to sit here and rest for a little bit, or...? I could use a break. I really need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm actually probably gonna call it here. It's 10:19. We could go for longer if you guys wanted to. I'm just kind of tired, but it's up to y'all. Oh, and here's the fucking... I forgot to give you the tide collar. Hold on.
Yep. I mean, I don't know.
You forgot
Personally,
about my
yeah.
Adam cartouche.
I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I asked you to remind me of those.
I did.
Alright, whatever.
Cool.
They're vulnerable to cold damage. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Because it freezes you. Because you're water.
Yeah.
Same thing as a water elemental.
It's not bad. Means you could slip away in water if you had to run away.
Yep.
Would
jump in the water, control water, turn into water, zoop, zoop.
Question is, would they catch disease if they took a water form? In disease water.
I would say as long as they're never physically in that water, then no, because water elementals are immune to poison. So I would say no,
Awesome.
because you don't have any blood for the disease to circulate.
However, you're only in that form for 6 seconds.
Right, so it's not real long.
Yeah, but you could double dash and get out of it fairly quickly if you had to.
The next. Does it end at the beginning of the next round or the end of the next round?
It starts at the start of your turn and ends at the start of your next turn.
Okay, so what says required?
It's 6 seconds.
Does so. Well, you have to cast control water first.
Right. It would end at the start of your next turn, as most per round things do.
Okay. All right. So you'd only have your bonus action then.
Right.
Well,
I don't know. Having figured it out, Rel would toss it to you.
okay. Hello. What is it?
Well, I figured out what was interesting about it. When you use the control water, you get to take on a liquid form. Not for too long. Only about 3 seconds or so.
It's not bad. Might be useful if we. That's neat. But how does one modify it that way?
I could hold on to it and try and figure it out.
No, it's alright. Unless if you wanted to, if you were curious about it too.
I mean, a little. She flicks a bolt at the wall.
Huh.
And she's like, well, I've been working on that for a while because I figured, well, I mean, I don't really know any lower level magics that make use of my innate electricity. So I figured I would work on that, modifying a cantrip that I do know. So I can maybe take a look at it. My point is I have some knowledge in modifying it's the ether, right?
Aether, yeah.
Aether, okay.
Yeah. Gosh, Rel, you don't even know how to spell it.
I know how to spell it.
Listen, okay?
I'm listening.
I don't have nothing to say. I don't know why you're listening.
Oh. Okay. On the topic of going later, I kind of want to just because we started late, but
Okay, I'm not going any further past 11 o'clock though. 11 is kind of my hard limit here.
Can I go
Okay.
to the bathroom?
I'm tired. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do that as well then.
Yeah, we'll take a short break here. Yeah, it's not been a great day, so I'm just kind of like, I fucking want to die.
I think we're going back to the crossroads area with the pit and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be the best place.
We
to
have a
go.
grappling hook now.
Yeah,
You do have a
hook.
grappling hook.
Do you still want to do the crazy maneuver?
You pull the grappling hook out, and for some reason it's just gone. What the fuck? It was there. I don't know. Somewhere off in the distance, you hear DM, the god of secrets, go.
Did you give the pendant back to Rel?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she wanted to try and tinker with it a little bit.
Yeah, she'll look into it.
Give me a second. I'm making something real quick.
Okay. Well, we're back at the
Okay.
where the moss used to be.
Can you ping that again? So I know where it is.
Right
So
here.
I'm trying to edit my journal too. Right here.
There you go.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so you know what the Tide Color Pendant is now, and you have proceeded back to this large chasm of chasmness. It's deep and dark and spooky.
I still think we would be better off going around.
I think we shouldn't jump into that. That would be a very poor idea. I think also we shouldn't shoot explosives.
You want me to? We're right close to the edge.
I will throw you into the pit.
Hey, but we both would be thrown into the pit if there was an explosive behind us.
It is a worthy cost if I know I could exterminate you and save more lives.
I don't like turtles.
But those are nice, yes. They taste very good in the soup.
Oh. I never thought of that. No, I don't think you could jump that.
I saw the gears ticking and I was like, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
How far can I jump off a
You can-
standing jump?
A standing jump with no running start is half of your strength score.
That's 5.
Oh.
Not even that.
So that would be a DC of 25.
Okay, so hold on.
You
What
can't
if-
jump
What,
it.
no. Alright. Is this technically on the ledge?
No.
Okay.
No. Your jump would start from back here. And you could jump out here, and then you would need another, I would be generous and say you'd need another 10 feet.
I can make that jump.
How?
Alright.
Oh, I know how you're gonna do this. I know how you're gonna do this. Yeah, you're gonna use. All right,
No. I'm doing it.
go for it if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
Then you
I want
leave
to get
us
here.
behind.
No.
Okay. You like cram yourself against the wall. Give me just a quick dex check. Don't roll a natural one.
Okay. I'm gonna roll
Natural
a natural
one.
one now.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
God.
You easily navigate the ledge. It's not terribly difficult. It's not slippery, thankfully. So, something about all of the heat burning any sludge or slime away a moment ago.
Okay. Alright. So I have an idea. Laurel's like on this ledge. Probably should have mentioned this before I started walking out here.
You don't have to jump. It's going to be okay. We can get through this alive.
No. It's fine. I can make this.
Don't.
No. Okay, so when I get over there, shoot your grappling hook. I'll find a place to lodge it in. That'll give us a safe way to get not only across, but over here if we decide. All right? Cool. I'm
No.
gonna jump,
No.
and I'm going to cast fucking false life, because why the fuck not? And before it goes off, I'm going to move 10 feet with my flight speed to get here.
So you all watch Rel leap off, just like heel on the edge of this thing, and she ain't gonna make that shit at all. And as she goes plummeting, she's like, oh shit! And then you watch her trace a glyph in the air real quick. She falls just like a foot and just barely makes it as this wind picks up and then just blasts her to the other side. Rel, you barely scrape by on this. You just grab the ledge and you have to like pull yourself up. And that was very much an you almost died there.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Probably.
I would much rather go around the long way. Regardless if we have a lodging for the grappling hook.
Oh, you're all fucking insane. Amalia, you're the only sane one here. I think so. One of them is suicidal and the other one is genocidal. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not suicidal. It was calculated.
Okay, so shall I talk to myself? Or at least it seems like I talk to myself, but that's
Talk to
that's
myself
so
all the time.
far.
I have arguments when I'm, like, debating and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're
That's not crazy. That's normal. No, what's not normal is jumping into a fucking endless pit, thinking that you're going to get to the other side, and then actually getting to the other side and going, yeah, do it all along. No, that's stupid.
But no, see, okay, so I don't know if you've noticed about me,
People
but
are
this
crazy.
kind of thing where, like, you know, I kind of have this mastery of lightning, and like as she says that, like lightning like flies off of her horns and down her body.
Lightning wouldn't save you if you hit the bottom. You would.
No. However, I can use the lightning to manipulate the wind. I'm not entirely sure how. Around me to move myself when I cast magic. Use kind of the excess aether that doesn't necessarily get used to affect my positioning.
All right. So what now?
Well, shoot the grappling hook.
Fine, I shoot the grappling hook.
Okay. Do you catch it, Rel?
Is it like a spike or is it like?
It is a grapple. It is actual 4-prong grapple.
Oh, then yeah, I guess I try to catch it.
Okay, make a dex check.
And you would tie the rope to the other side, like on her wrist.
You actually catch it first try.
A.
Almost cut yourself, almost impale yourself on the grapple doing so, but you manage not to.
All right, I want to look for a place to latch this securely.
Sure, there's a big crack in the wall that might, that's probably about your best bet, especially considering how the walls are.
Sure.
It's right over here. This we're going to say it's this little thing on the map.
Alright.
Thanks, Shao.
lodge it in there then.
Who's going first?
I really like doing his voice. His voice is really easy to do, and it's like it feels good in the mouth for some reason.
I don't want to do this. I don't fly.
I thought
Yeah.
we were trying to get over there, and my points in this direction.
I wanted to go around.
I don't want to do it at all, man. How about that? You're over there. I can see that there's something. Is there, like, a way around?
Do you want me to go look?
Do you want to go look and get attacked?
I'm pretty confident in my stealth abilities.
You're
Just
not very
don't die.
stealthy.
Actually, I have a +3 to dex. Thank you very much. Rel's actually pretty dexterous and isn't wearing any armor.
Just don't die doing it.
Oh, I'll be fine.
You
So I guess
just-
I'll make a stealth check.
Give me back my grapple.
But what if I need to escape?
I hand the rope to Amalia. Make sure to get my grapple back.
Hold on, can I, if I got
Okay.
a running jump, hold on. Oh, no way in hell. Well, I guess I could get here. And then...
You'd have
maybe?
a running start.
Yeah.
Because you'd be bolting.
Could I make this with a running start and a spell?
Sure.
Okay. Alright.
Are you taking the grapple with you?
No, I'm taking it out and giving it back to her.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I pull on the rope to get the grapple back.
Oh, I didn't mean to add guidance to that. So that's a 10.
Amalia, shall we?
Okay. Did you get to the other side?
Oh no. That was in case I needed to escape.
I'm confused. What's the stealth check for?
The stealth check is because I'm gonna go check out what's up here.
Oh, you're checking out up. I thought you were jumping across.
No. I just wanted to know if I could do it if I had to.
I see. Technically speaking, yes. Okay, so stealth check of 10, creeping forward. How far are you going?
Right here, I guess, right now.
Okay. There's nothing. It's just empty cave so far.
Alright, then I guess I'll creep up here into this little cubby hole.
Still just empty cave. As you enter into this area, you do hear a rumbling in the distance, a hefty rumbling, like stone sliding against stone.
Oh, that's not good.
Amalia and you both hear it too.
Should we go get Rail?
I'm gonna peek around this corner.
There's clearly no way
Okay.
around except
Seems to
going
keep
through
going.
the crevice and back.
Yeah. If it does meet up, it's gonna be quite a distance.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this is very uncomfortable.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to go.
She's
on
probably dead.
Anything down there?
I don't think she's dead yet.
No. The rumbling is still going and then abruptly stops.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're like, that's a big fucking nope from me, dog.
I'm out. Nah.
You starts prepping the grappling hook. Zhao, hook this into something stable, and I tie
Second,
an
I gotta
arrow
look at a map.
on the other side of on a bolt.
Which room are you guys in right here? Oh god, you're fucking way over here. Okay.
Yeah, the big one.
Alright. I'm just gonna...
Get it all outlaid for us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it all outlaid for you.
There's no way around that way.
Yeah, I saw that. It turns to the... Well, I guess as you're walking up that way, it turns to the right. I got up there, the rumbling stopped, and I noped out. I don't want any of that.
Okay, well, we could attach the grappling hook over here, and I could shoot an arrow, a bolt, over there to you. And you could use that little flying thing, a running jump, and then flying, and then holding on to the rope.
Well, I think we should probably go over here.
What part of I do not want any part of this crevice do you not understand?
I mean, if you give me the grappling hook, I can secure it. You can attach an arrow over there, and then you guys have a line.
But wouldn't it make more sense to attach it over here?
The grappling hook?
Like, put a penance here, put a rope along the way, feed it through, and then have a safety line running around it, and another penance here.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
How would it help if it was over there?
Oh no, I can get over there.
Oh god.
This is like fucked, man.
I don't want anything to do with this crevice.
Not a big fan of all the death.
I think I would prefer to blow up again.
No. I just don't want death.
There's no way over here, and we need to explore over here. So.
Okay. I'll take out penance and start hammering it if I can. Right in here.
Okay.
I think there's a small hammer in the kit, right? One of the kits.
Yeah, there's a small hammer. Yeah.
I can always use my shield.
But it's
Fuck
hard
it.
to use a shield whenever we're lining it and then have to do it in a thin line.
That's true.
I feed a rope through it.
Can I walk this? Sorry.
It's okay.
You can walk it. It is a dexterity check, however.
Okay, can I? Because fucking you had a great idea with fucking hammering in some pittons with a rope. and I have all of that.
You have pittons and a rope.
Yep, I have
Are
a
you gonna try
dungeoneer's
to
kit.
hammer some? Are you gonna try to hammer some pittons along the side?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check. You've lowered the DC considerably with the pittons. You will use 3 pittons on this.
Alright, that's fine. Dexterity check.
Yes.
Watch, this is gonna be my nat 1. Okay,
Yeah, that's plenty. You lower the DC to a 10, so
Okay, Yu's going to slowly cross as she feeds the rope, and I make sure I'm tied to it in case I drop. Think of it like the very end is.
where were you hammering these pittons?
I was hammering.
I'm talking to Rel.
well, like one right here. Like, right, I guess in this wall right here.
Okay.
And then, like, along the way. If my understanding was correct.
You should be on the other side by now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just hadn't,
all right.
I just hadn't moved yet.
Okay. All right.
I was subtracting from my inventory.
Gotcha. And you, what are you doing right here?
I would tie myself to the end of the rope, and I would tie a pittance here, and then one like right here, and then I'm going to use 4. I'm going to put one here, and
Yeah, you'd actually need 5 for this whole thing. Look how big the distance is between these two walls.
And I keep myself tied to it, so if I need to make a dexterity check, I would have gone very slow.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and make a dexterity check. The pittons make it a lot easier on you, though.
18.
Okay, you make it across, no problems. And leaving the pittons behind, others' dexterity checks are even lower, because they're not having to hammer.
Okay, guys.
I still don't want to do it.
If you want to, tie yourself to, like, one of the ropes you have. Please get over here.
The rumbling is much louder.
Guys, get over here now.
I'm gonna try it.
Which
Okay, go ahead.
direction?
It's coming from inside the house. It's coming from this direction.
Oh.
You is going to hide. Nope. Horrible.
No, you're not. Amalia, go ahead and roll me a dex check.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, the DC got lowered to 10 and then got lowered to 5. So you're okay. Pretty much the only way you can fail this is a natural 1. So getting to the other side, you're like, oh god, okay. Woo.
I would have been extra careful. I know.
I'm
Watch.
not rolling Zhao's.
This is where Zhao dies. You guys ready?
Zhao, tie a rope. Oh god.
Oh no. Okay. Zhao's like walking over, and he does tie a rope to himself, right? Because that's what you guys were doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Zhao's like walking over, and then he's like, I don't, there's a reason that we have legs, and it's probably to walk on the ground. We don't need to hover above, and starts falling. The rope does go taunt, catches him. He does not fall to his death. However, he is now 50 foot down in the crevice.
You might want to, try again.
As this happens, behind you, you all turn around as the ground shatters. I'm gonna get a new initiative roll from everybody.
Oh no.
1 second. Let me remove all this crap off my token.
Off my token.
Off my token!
Off my They're turking our gerbs.
Hey, hold on.
I feel like this should definitely have some boss battle music. Hold on. You roll for Zhao as well. Zhao is currently, put him right there. He is 50 feet down, though. He would have to use his action to dash and climb back up. So, hold on. As a creature shatters the ground around you, it exposes itself, this huge armored beast, whatever it might be, with a large gaping maw, and roars out the same roar that you heard earlier. It echoes throughout the cavern like a thunderclap. those of you that are proficient in nature may roll a nature check, but only if you're proficient.
I don't think any of us are.
Okay.
Are we?
Actually, no. I'm sorry.
Show precision.
No.
Wow.
I'll just let you roll an Arcana check because of the nature of this creature.
You immediately thinks, maybe some of this stuff would be useful for digging. Let's kill it.
You's over here playing Monster Hunter.
Yep,
The
you's like
back for
thinking
the-
about it already.
Okay. Hold on. I'm on GM layer. Why can't I click it? Because I have the ruler selected because I'm an idiot. Oh god, that's way small. That's way bigger. Okay. Layer token.
Oh.
This huge creature bursts out of the ground and roars at you, menacingly, as Patrick would put it. Menacingly.
Is it like a worm, or is it an actual...
You don't know. Part of it's exposed and it has these two arms that are currently clawing out of the ground. And the weirdest part is that it's managed to burst through the magical ground, which cannot be desecrated.
Yeah, I think that's gonna make good digging material.
Alright. None of you rolled high enough to know what this creature is, but it is notably strange that it can burrow through this ground. It did not succeed on its stealth check, so Amalia, it's your turn first.
It's
how long-
horrible at stealth.
It's real
How-
badass.
How long has it been since we fought the mimic?
Probably about... I'd give you an hour.
Okay. I don't want to be anywhere near this ledge. So I'm gonna drop my shield, turn it into a greatsword. I think that's what I was using before, or had before.
Okay. You just drop your shield and the greatsword appears in your hand.
Move here. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Swinging down, your greatsword just kind of ricochets almost off of the heavy plate armor of this beast, and it swings its head around and roars in your direction. Your weapon doesn't have enough sharpness. All right. Is that the end of your turn, Amalia? Okay.
Yeah.
You.
I'm gonna put those tokens there, that way they're not in my way. You is definitely going to back away from the ledge a little while, and like right here, and take out her crossbow and fire.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice. All right. You do get sneak attack because Amalia's next to it.
Does sneak attack crit?
Sneak attack does crit, so that dice is doubled. All right, so that is brain 17 points of damage to this thing. As the crossbow bolt finds a good chink in the armor, it roars out in defiance of you. Looks straight at you. And is that the end of your turn?
Let's see, how far was that? 10 feet. That's 20. And then I'm going to dash. I'm not going to try and pull it away from if it's going to come after me. But I'm going to at least get it away from the ledge so Zhao has a chance of getting up.
Okay. It follows you the whole way, and is going to go ahead and you watch it jump out of the ground, pulling the rest of its body with it. Its body is ever so slightly elongated, but it's not nearly as long as it looks. Its head makes up most of the body itself. And as it jumps through the air, it leaps over your head, Amalia. I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity here.
Not a spell. Oh my god.
13 doesn't hit, unfortunately, and it lands on top of you. I need a strength or dexterity saving throw, target's choice.
20.
Nice. You do succeed. You are not knocked prone, and you do not take 28 points of damage.
I would have been
Wow.
unconscious.
Yeah, this thing is nasty. Yes, you take 14 points of damage, though.
Seriously.
Yes, I am serious. You don't have evasion yet, unfortunately. So, as it lands in your space, comes crashing down on top of you. It knocks you to the side with its tail. You just barely avoid being crushed by it, and then you're just shot across the room here. You're pushed back 10 feet. Actually, 10 feet would be right. No, 10 feet from the bullet. So you are actually still right here. That's right. And that is going to be the end of its turn. As it lands, it kind of turns towards you, opens its mouth. It looks like it's getting ready to do something like, I don't know, maybe eat you. Rel, it's your turn. Zhao's like, what the fuck's going on?
Get your ass up here!
Can I can't get flanking at range, can I?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Has to be melee and only one person benefits.
Okay. Alright, then in that case, I'm going to move up here. Hang on, how far away is this? 30? Okay, so I'm going to move right here. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level. Oops. Oh, wait, I have to click the damage. Does that hit?
Yeah, that does hit, actually.
Okay.
And you do have Elemental Adept, correct?
Yes.
Cool, so this actually does full damage, because he is resistant to lightning normally.
That is 6 points of damage on the bottom one. That was a 2 and 2 1s.
That's a big fucking yikes, dog.
Yeah, that was fucking rough.
Nice.
So, you know,
Man,
10 points of fucking damage. Wow.
Go for this one. Go for that. God damn it, that's so annoying. Alright, so that is 8 points of damage total, right?
No, it's because I rolled 2
Oh,
ones,
right.
So it's 10.
10 points total. The orb crackles through the air, slams into the bullet, and electricity skitters over its tough armored hide, and it seems almost surprised by this. It tries to shake it off, but it can't for a moment. It is. Oh, what are you doing?
Using that as the spell's casting, I'm gonna use my bonus action to fly 10 feet and get over here.
Okay. Zha.
Well, he's gonna fucking climb.
All right. He would have to dash to get all the way to the top if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets to the top, and he would have 10 feet of movement left.
Yeah. I don't think he can see. He cannot see her. Okay. Yeah. So is this difficult terrain?
It is.
So he can get here.
There you go. All right. He gets up to the top and he's like, "What's going on?" All right.
Hurry.
I don't know if I want to move closer to that thing.
It just literally tried to flatten me.
Okay, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
You do get flanking, I think, right? Which is advantage.
You know what? I'll give you flanking on this because it is facing you. Technically, you don't get flanking unless they're within 5 feet, but fuck it.
I got
Whatever.
pushed.
That doesn't change the fact that you're not within 5 feet, but I'll be generous here. So.
Oh.
That crits. Oof, nice. 21 points of damage. Swinging the great sword. The most ethereal nature of the great sword cleaves through some of the bullet's armor, and it roars out in defiance. The whole cavern echoes with this roar. You have seriously wounded it. It is bloody. You.
Does it look like it could hit things from 10 feet?
Yeah, it absolutely looked like it could fuck up your face from 10 feet away.
Okay, you is going to disengage, and she's gonna go here. There's a crevice here, right?
Sure, yeah.
You's gonna squeeze through that crevice and hide.
Okay.
She's hoping to get the aggro off of her. Nope.
No, which is befitting because this thing can sense you no matter where you are.
Oh, fucking shit.
You start to realize that as you try to hide, you're like, It still knows where I am. What the fuck?
Oh god. I'm going to
'Kay.
die.
It is now the bullet's turn. After that hit, it turns around to you, Amalia, rears back its head, and
Shield?
Okay, this isn't an attack, this is a saving throw, so
okay.
shield wouldn't really help you here. If you have absorb elements, it will help you.
I do not.
Okay. As this huge cloud of dirt and grime and dust just billows out of its mouth, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Why is it always gotta be Dex? Why can't it
I'm
be
sorry.
like Charisma?
Dex is the most common saving throw, I'm sorry. You're not even that bad at Dex.
I beg to differ.
Well, the dice say you are. Okay, so you do fail, and you are going to take...
Probably gonna take Dex.
Fucking yikes. Alright, you're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage as debris from whatever it just spews out, this kind of like gravel soup just slams into you.
Is that all you have?
Is that 13 times 3?
Huh?
Is that 13 times 3?
No?
No?
Okay. You said
What?
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, and I was like, wait,
Oh!
you take all 3? Hold on.
No. It's a combination. Like they're
Okay.
evenly divided between the 13's evenly divided between those three.
Gotcha.
It's essentially like a ton of rocks and things that this thing has swallowed while it's burrowing. It just ejects them extreme velocities. It's essentially a bullet storm. Which is funny because its name's Bullet. Alright, Rel.
Alright, well, I'll poke my head around here again. And I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb again. Fucking throw this ball of lightning at it. I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level. Big fucking oof.
Yeah, unfortunately it goes and just arcs off of the bullet's armor. It does not seem to affect it.
Well, alright. And then immediately afterwards, I'm gonna fucking fly back.
Duck behind cover, you're like, oh my god, fuck. Alright, Zhao's turn.
Alright, so you can get here, and then here, and then here, and that's all his movement.
That's all his movement, yep.
Uh,
You go, what the fuck? Why is it always us? Why is it always monsters? What's going on, please?
what should we do? He can't see anything. Holy shit.
No, he can't.
Yeah, he only has 40.
He'd have
40
to
range.
dash.
Oh yeah, he can dash, can't he? Hang on.
He could.
Or dodge.
That's a big monster. Oh god, oh fuck.
Fuck it.
Are you going spiritual weapon? Alright.
Yeah.
That hits. I will give you a token for it. I will close my eyes and select one at random.
9 points of damage.
It's
Hey,
Jeff. It's Jeff.
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Jeff appears and just starts mauling it with a dagger. Okay. 9 points of damage to the bullet. Still standing, I mean, it is bloodied, it's definitely hurt, but it is 100% still in fighting shape. It roars out at this thing, takes a big swipe, and realizes, oh yeah, that's a weapon. Alright. Amalia.
I don't want none of this guy anymore. Let me tell you. I do not wake up every morning and think, I want to fight a giant monster.
That's what you thought. It was like, oh shit, fuck no, I'm out. Is 15 hit?
15. No, 15 misses. This guy's got really high AC.
What?
Yeah,
Can I just
17
like poke
AC.
him in the eye or some stupid shit?
Well, you try and like the greatsword dings off the really hard face armor, and you're like, shit.
Can't even hit an eyeball.
He's got pretty high AC. He's really hard to hit. So, all right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
need more bonus actions.
It's your turn.
Okay, you slips back out of the crack. And
I
Shut
tried
up.
so hard not to laugh at that.
On a side note, Zhao can't see you.
Yeah, Zhao can't see me.
Yeah.
You gets down and prays that her crossbow hits. No. No, it doesn't.
No, yeah, because you don't get flanking range. It flies over his head.
Yu's going
Unfortunate.
to just hide back in there. But she ain't
Okay.
gonna go in the crack. She's going to just.
Squeeze against the wall like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay.
Yep.
The bullet roars out. I'm gonna see if it gets its breath weapon back.
Oh no.
It does. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
And it breathes backwards and roars in your direction. Zhao and Amalia make a dex save.
Watch this, like, 3.
Oh, 7.
Oh my god, what is up with your luck today?
7.
Okay, so there's a player in the Sunday campaign. His name's JP, and he plays a character Flint. And any time he does not roll above like a 10 ever whatsoever. He will Wheatons. But also anytime one of our characters is within 5 feet of him, we cannot roll above a 10. So we're convinced that he's actually sapping the luck out of the dice as we roll them. I'm fairly certain that Amalia has recently shaken hands with Flint or something, because damn. Your luck tonight has sucked.
Can I just get advantage for being super pissed off?
I'm sorry.
Oh god, she's going
It's
down.
fine. It's fine. I'll just go unconscious and cry in my sleep.
Well, the good news is he's going to roll minimum damage. The bad news is you're still unconscious.
Because the minimum damage is 6.
6. I'm so sorry. He breathes out again. Both of you fail, obviously. Zhao takes 6 points of damage. Amalia, you take 6 points of damage, which drops you unconscious by 1 point. As he just spews this gravel everywhere. Just this rock debris roars out into the caverns, slams down. Looks like he's about to bite Amalia. Rel.
She's gonna peek her head out and be like, "Oh fuck, I didn't want to fuck shit." All right, she's gonna cast Chromatic Orb again at first level.
Okay.
No, she's not.
Oh my god. Flint is hiding somewhere in a corner going,
No, it's just boss fights. So we get to boss fights, our rolls just die. People die.
Yeah, everybody's trying to die.
Yeah, your patron's just like, oh, you're back. Are you okay? Like, is everything good? Okay. Rel, you poke out, just bounces off. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, that was.
Zhao.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's gonna. Oh.
The good news is this dude is worth a butt fuck ton of XP.
I hope to God it's worth it, and hopefully none of us die. Knock on wood.
All right. He's gonna run up, and he totally doesn't have. Oh yes, he does. Okay, never mind. Right, because he's a life cleric. Haha.
He can heal.
For 11 points of health, he's healing Amalia.
Okay, Amalia, you're back. You're back, and you're at 11 points of health. You just kind of like your eyes flutter open, your great sword's in your hand. Your patron's like, "Oh shit, you are getting wrecked." No,
I'm just gonna lay on the ground.
there's like a mild acid trip going on in your brain as like the DMT starts seeping in and you're dying. Okay, Zhao's like, "Oh no, you gotta get up. We gotta finish this one." Oh god,
Spiritual
I
weapon.
don't wanna.
Yep. And it's an 8.
nope, nope. Fuck it.
I don't even.
This is how we die. Like, this is literally how Siege died.
This is actually how Siege died. What is going on, Amalia? It's your turn.
Please kill it.
I'm just gonna lay here. No, I am. You know what? I've wanted to try this.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. No, because he keeps doing fucking breath attacks. What is the radius on this? It is a 15. Oh god, that is a trap. Does darkness have to cover something entirely?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
For instance, if you started Darkness back, what is it? It's a 20-foot circle, right?
It's a 15-foot radius.
So it's a 30-foot circle. You could literally start it in the middle of this right here, and it would only cover the bullet.
You could. I can see through darkness now.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Yeah, you and you can see through darkness.
You can start it back here if you want. So it doesn't cover you and Zhao.
Well, I can see in darkness, so I don't care about me. But I don't want to cover Zhao. Yeah, I'll start it about here.
So you're starting it right here. Okay,
Cool.
so that would just barely cover him. I will draw a box real quick. A box.
Birch.
It's
Or
okay.
bergs.
Is there any part of him sticking out?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, that's a big ass box. There wouldn't really be, not if you want to actually blind him.
But
Yeah, no, I'm trying to blind him with it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I
Okay,
don't want
so
it
you
hitting people anymore.
Use your action to cast darkness, and you hear it roar again.
I feel like I can see through it.
it can. It can see me. Most likely it can. Considering it's an underground creature, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is magical darkness.
Yep.
So dark vision doesn't...
It's
So what are you doing?
Gonna take a step back.
Okay. It is going to try to take a swipe at you. This would hit. Are you going to shield it or not?
I don't have a spell slot.
Why don't you? Oh, okay. All right.
No, that's why I was asking about Hex.
Yeah. Okay. So this would hit you. You're going to take 6 points of damage.
Almost exactly the amount you got back. Almost.
Okay.
I need to make a concentration check.
Yeah, make a concentration check. Just a DC of 10. Con save.
Don't worry,
You
guys.
succeed. I was
Con
so worried.
saves.
I was so worried. I was like, oh god, it's going to fail immediately, isn't it? Okay.
And then I'm gonna switch to my glaive.
Okay, switch to your glaive. So, your greatsword shimmers out of existence for a moment and reappears as a glaive in your hands. That will end your turn. You.
You's gonna step back out, and she's going to fire her crossbolt.
Okay.
No.
Nope. God, what is with this shit? Alright. Is that the end of your turn? Alright, let's
second.
if
I put sanctuary on her.
alright, you can see through it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I can see.
Amalia has sanctuary now. And what's your spell save DC? Is it out?
12.
Good to know. Okay. The bullet roars out in defiance, and he does not get his breath weapon back. So that's good.
Oh my god.
He is going to bite. He's going to try to take a big old bite. You know what? He'll try to take it at you. That is a 10. That's a failure. That's a straight 10. So it is a wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Okay. He has 10 wisdom. That was a 10. He's going to take it at Zhao. So Zhao, big old bite, big old chunk. That's going to hit. Oh my fuck. Oh,
Does it
blah,
have disadvantage?
blah. Even if it had disadvantage, it would still hit. It doesn't have disadvantage, fun fact.
It has blind sense, I think.
It has 60-foot tremor sense.
Shit.
Yeah.
It knows exactly where everyone around it is. Okay. Yeah, Zhao is unconscious.
You can drop concentration as a free action.
That's what I was gonna ask. Seeing him bite Zhao, I would drop it.
Okay. The monster steps forward, walks out. The darkness does drop. Sorry, not the best time to use darkness, unfortunately. Bullets have a 60-foot tremor sense.
You said Zhao's unconscious, right?
He is unconscious. He's at 0. That hit almost one-shot him from full HP.
Oof.
That was a crit.
Oh. How
Yeah.
much damage did it do?
51.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Crits are scary on this guy. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but that's dumb. All right.
Oh. Oh.
Whew. This is a scary fight. That is the end of the Blood's turn. Just like, oh,
Gel down!
That was 3 damage away from killing him instantly.
yeah, I know. That was almost a max damage roll, to be fair. It rolled max damage on all of its dice except for 1.
Holy shit. Alright, well, Rel's gonna peek out and then see Zhao down and be like, ah, fucking. This is my last spell slot.
Okay.
Here we go.
This
Chromatic
thing's
Orb.
so scary.
Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay.
14.
14 doesn't hit.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking
Kill
god.
me.
This is AIDS.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to spend 3 sorcery points and get a 2nd level spell slot back, and I'm gonna move back here.
All right. Oh my god, it is Zhao's turn. Zhao, roll me a death save.
Death save.
Fucking...
He's like, tell my wife she's a bitch. That's a success.
Alright.
Okay, Amalia.
Tell my wife she's a bitch.
He's not married.
He's probably
Oh.
married.
What is it to drink a potion?
The bonus action to drink one.
Thank fuck. I am going to drink a potion.
Okay.
Wow.
My god. You know what? No, re-roll that. Re-roll that.
This is how we die.
This is just re-roll it. Fucking at some point the DM has to go, this isn't okay.
It's not okay.
Alright, that's a little better, considering it's D4s. That's an above average roll, so 9 points of health to you.
Fuck me. Okay.
Holy shit. Alright, that's your bonus action.
Mark that off as empty.
That's actually exactly average.
Fucking.
Oh, it is technically, yeah.
Fucking
Dice
die,
math. Hey, that hits!
faggot.
That hits! Jesus. Alright,
Sexual
13 points of damage. Do you have it cursed or not?
No.
Okay, all right. As you sling the glaive through it, it cuts like some kind of soft part inside its mouth as it's roaring at you. You end up cutting like straight through its tongue, and it roars back and spatters blood everywhere.
Isn't that supposed to be +2?
For what?
Huh?
2d4 +2? Am I
No.
crazy?
2d4 plus 4.
Is it really?
That's...
I don't remember.
Oh, no, I lied. It is +2. Okay, well, I'll just do that.
We do have a heal pot macro, so let me do that real quick and see what it actually is. It is 2d4 +2. So
Alright, I took 2 health off.
that's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, asshole.
I
No, mute your fucking mic. We don't need you right now.
no, I
Jesus.
always call shit out.
I know you do, faggot.
Hey, I do the same thing in my
I know.
games. I understand the struggle. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm just so thrown off. I've never heard you say faggot before.
What?
I'm like, what is going on? I've never heard you say faggot before. I was like, whoa,
Oh.
that was out of left field. I hear Will say it all the time.
You is going to try and take another crossbolt. No, I am not. Dear fucking lord, how many times am I gonna miss?
What the fuck is with this shit? Why? Holy fuck. This is how you die. This is how everyone dies.
I land 1 attack and I rolled minimum.
I don't know what's going on right now.
This is literally how Siege died.
You is going to cast Sanctuary on
Holy shit.
Amalia again.
Alright.
And back up.
Oh my god. Oh, the bullet's gonna try to get its breath weapon back and fail a roll to 2. And then it's gonna fucking try to bite you, Amalia. It's wisdom saving throw of a DC of 12. Okay, it succeeds.
Fucking shit.
I'm
Can I
sorry.
scream really loud to disorient it?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it disadvantage. You're like, ah! And it's like, wait, hold on. Whoa. That fucking makes it miss.
Oh, thank fuck.
Jeez.
I
if it had advantage on that, no, I'm giving it to you. This is ridiculous. If it had advantage on that attack, you would have died instantaneously, no matter what.
Oh my god!
For reference, it did 76 damage if it crit on that attack.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like, but it was disadvantage, and even if it was a straight roll, it would have missed. So, whew. What's your AC? Just to make sure. Hold on. Yeah, it would have missed. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Holy god, this is so terrifying. Rel, it's your turn.
Oh my god, alright.
It's so close to death. Just kill this thing, please.
I'm trying. Like,
it's got
right.
17 AC.
I'm casting Chromatic Orb again at 2nd level. Hey!
Roll it.
Oh my god.
God, no.
Fucking end it! That is literally minimum damage!
Re-roll that. That is. Hold on. I have to take a picture of this.
I'm done. I'm going home. I am home.
I can't. I have to. I'm fucking posting this to the other D&D group and being like, Flint, what have you done?
Okay, he took a picture of it. Reroll. You heard the DM.
Well, that's technically 7, or, hold on. Technically 8 damage.
Okay. Oh. Did you reroll?
No, I didn't. It's 8 damage without the reroll.
Reroll.
Reroll, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, because of the...
There you go.
12 points of fucking
No,
lightning.
that's 13 points of lightning damage.
13 points of lightning damage. All right. As you zap this fucking thing, it is on death's door. It is not dead yet. You need a little bit more somewhere to kill this motherfucker. And it roars out, turns to you, Rel, kind of realizing that Amalia's like a hard fight right now.
Alright.
Just
Oh my
fucking
god.
scream
Blast
at it.
backwards.
Yeah, that's,
Oh my God.
that is a bonus action to move 10 feet, and,
Oh god.
Don't run away from us.
I'm gonna run up here.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
I don't think it can see me.
You judge the distance, and it seems like it's kind of still looking in your direction, but maybe not directly at you. All right, Zhao, roll a death save.
Yeah.
My God,
Oh
that's
my
a success. So he's
Don't
got 2
worry,
successes.
The dead guy's doing really well.
I have
Not
4
really.
more slots to give you if you get hit.
You know, he's on the ground, but he's not dead, and he's not currently dying.
I just messaged this to JP, and he said, "Ha ha ha! Look upon my works, ye mighty, in despair."
Oh god.
Okay, Amalia, it's your turn. Fucking murder this thing, goddamn.
I don't need slots to use spell scrolls, do I?
No, as long as the scroll is a spell that is something that you can cast. What's
I
the
don't
spell?
even remember Hunger of Hadar? I
Yep,
don't
that's a
remember
warlock
what
spell.
that even is.
That's gonna hit Zhao.
It
He's
might not
fine.
necessarily. She can angle it certain ways.
I can move.
Slash. Spell Hunger of Hadar. 3rd level spell, you open a gateway into the dark between the stars, region infested with unknown horrors, 20-foot radius sphere, the same size as darkness. And bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range, lasting for the duration. The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. Void creatures in the void creates a warp in the fabric of space. The area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area automatically takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take an additional 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it. That's
Oddly
You
specific.
know,
I have seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
that does not sound like something I want to use right now. I mean, I do, but,
It's a really strong spell, but
You
it's
would
up
have
to
to
you.
make a check, too.
yeah, I'd like to save that.
Yeah, you would have to make a check. So.
Now that I know what it's for, I'm gonna cry. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
I almost hit longbow. You know what? I want to bring up my longbow and I just want to smack him.
Okay, sure. Oh
I miss
my
it.
god.
Your sanctuary disappears. I have no more, and you are going to die.
Oh my
I'm
god.
probably gonna die.
What is going? It's your turn.
Step back out and pray to God.
There's no god here, apparently.
No, there really isn't.
Oh my god.
Fucking do your thing, you. Alright, Ballet's turn. Gonna try to get its breath weapon back. Hold on, where's my d6? It fucking doesn't, which is probably a great thing. It's gonna go ahead and try to bite Amalia. Alright, that's a 9, so that's a miss. As it bites down. Just for reference, that bite did 29 damage if it hits. Alright. Rel, it is now your turn.
Probably scared shitless. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I'm gonna do this just because I want to feel safe. I'm gonna spend my last 2 sorcery points and get a first level spell slot back as a bonus action. And then Chromatic Orb again. And it.
Yay!
Uh,
16.
Okay, that's a good
Holy shit, that's such a good damage roll. That's more than what you needed. It had 11 health. Yeah.
Oh god.
Rel, how do you
missed
want to do
every-
this?
I missed every attack.
She
Oh,
pulls out her
God.
diamond, and like electricity runs down her arm into the diamond. She spins the orb and just fucking hurls it at his face.
And as it slams into him, it echoes. It fucking it skitters across the armor and lands directly into the eye. And he gets up on all on his back legs, roars, and crashes down, dead. Oh my god! I don't think I've ever seen a group roll that poorly, and I have played literally over 1,000 hours of D&D.
Literally,
Alright,
I
I'm
only
gonna-
crit once, and only one attack hit.
What just happened?
He's healing hands on him again.
Okay, good.
Oh my god! He wakes up. What the fuck is? Why can I not get knocked out more than? Oh my god!
Are you alright?
No! This is dangerous. What's going on? This is. Whoever created this encounter is far too unbalanced.
My damage rolls to get all of those was a 1 in 4,096 chance.
Dude, I can't. Like, what just happened? That's how Siege died.
It is absolutely how Siege died.
And we had good positioning.
You had great position. Either the fight started off kind of iffy with him down in the chasm or whatever. Okay, sure, whatever. Then fucking all of you just rolled like so poorly. What was going on? What
I
happened there?
have no idea.
Fucking.
I am going to butcher the fuck out of
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I was gonna help. I was gonna.
Okay.
I want skin, I want hide, I want
want
meat,
claws,
I'm cooking us a
teeth.
big fucking dinner.
Roll me. Yeah, sure. Roll me a survival check.
With advantage and guidance.
Okay. Roll a d4. Nice. 19. He's not terribly difficult to harvest.
What do we?
Separating the armor from the kind of flesh below it is kind of difficult, but there are like chinks in the armor plating. The armor itself is harder than most metal. Like, you can't cut it, you can't break it. It is hard, but it is layered in kind of scales and stuff, except for the big headpiece, which is just one gigantic piece that weighs about 75 pounds. Yeah, it's pretty hefty, but you can get a bunch of scales and stuff like that. So I would say you get with a 19, you're gonna get let's see, 3. Okay, so it's, we'll say 11. It does not have teeth, so
And how
It
is
has a-
biting supposed to hurt?
it has a large flat ridge inside of its mouth, almost like those fish. What are those things called? There's a type of fish that has the same thing. It can literally cut you, but it's meant for like it's like a pair of scissors more than teeth.
Like a Sahagin?
Kind of.
I don't think they have teeth.
I don't think they do either.
Oh, some of these show teeth.
Oh.
God, that was... Oh my god. Okay, so 20 armor shards, 11 claws. I'm gonna write all this down. You can...
And we're gonna have a good meal.
Yeah.
If we can eat it.
It appears to be edible just off of their first kind of couple of tests. It's like, oh no, this appears to actually be edible. The meat is kind of a mixture of fatty and muscle, so it's kind of similar to like beef.
Ooh. I like beef.
Yeah, I do too.
Alright. Where did this go? Ooh, there we
Man,
go.
every boss fight, you guys are just like, we are going to roll minimum on everything. I'm like, what is going on?
I'll put that in my inventory if you want me to.
I was writing it in mine.
Oh.
Um,
Armor. That might make a good set of armor for Jowl, or if you guys can wear heavy armor.
You could potentially make a set of armor out of that, yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking. You know, kill it after it fucking mutilated us. As much meat as you can carry.
Gonna murder it and then wear its skin.
Are you gonna hold it, Amelia?
I
want to note who has it. That's why.
Actually, if you want to carry the armor and the claws, I'll carry the meat.
Okay.
Yeah, you could put as much meat in your inventory as you want to. There's no way you can carry this whole thing, so...
Damn it.
you can get as much as you want.
I do want to test something. I want to take one of the claws and kind of test it on the rock to see if we could chisel out some stuff.
One of the claws?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it does.
Guys, we're getting a pick made out of this shit.
Oh shit.
Who's up for it? And do you think it'd make a good weapon too?
Maybe I would worry about the pick first.
Okay.
Zhao just stabs this thing multiple times while you're harvesting it. He just finds a soft spot and just with a dagger.
Okay. Cloth and then.
Fuck this place.
15
I
pounds
say...
of meat is kind of normal, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You could cook it. We're gonna. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to crash.
For reference, every pound that you have will count as one ration. So.
Okay. So much fucking meat.
Well,
Yep.
it'll feed people
And
if you want.
yeah, I want to cook up some as well.
While you're harvesting it, you're kind of going through. You do find something caught up under one of its scales.
What is it?
Find a strange metal key.
Oh.
A strange metal key. Well, if we find a key with a lock.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, I think I want to sleep. I think I want to die.
No, I don't want to die.
I don't want to either, but I want to sleep.
Yeah, sleep is nice.
Oh, God, that
Alright.
hurts.
How long has it been since we took a long rest?
Not a terrible amount of time, just a couple of hours.
Oh, that wasted me hard.
Can we take another long rest?
Sure. I'll get an encounter die from you. Well, technically I'll get 2, but
20.
you know,
I wasn't sure if we were like limited to 1 or something.
Nope. I do not artificially limit, but you will have to roll encounter dies if you rest in a dangerous area.
Well, we have no
And this
choice.
is 100% a dangerous area. So
And
I mean,
then-
we could take a short rest.
you can. You're still gonna roll an encounter die,
Oh,
just not 2.
well, yeah.
Short rests are 1, long rests are 2.
How much do these scales and claws weigh?
Oh, the scales weigh, in total, they weigh, I would say, half a pound each, so 10 pounds. And then The claws, I wouldn't even bother like weighting those. They're really light. They're not terribly large either.
Okay, just making sure.
So Zhao sits down. If we want to take a rest, I kind of think I need to catch a breath for a minute. I'm pretty fucked up.
I think we're all pretty fucked up considering that you nearly died just there.
That was fuck that.
I literally had it land on top of me. That was not fun. At all.
Physically, I'm fine. I'm just my etheric reserves are kind of spent.
I'm
And by
surprised.
kind of spent, I mean they're completely spent. So
Zhao's are too, I believe.
no, he actually still has some.
Oh, okay.
I think he casted like 2 spells and then got unconscious.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he casted-
spiritual weapon. Oh, it-
Yeah, he casted a healing word against the mimic, and then casted a cure wounds on her spiritual weapon, and then went unconscious.
fucking
Poor
damn,
Zhao.
dude. That was pretty. I don't. Whatever.
That fight took a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, me too. That was a long fight.
Are we going to
Let's-
take a long rest or a short rest? I'm for a long rest.
I mean, I can survive off of a short rest, maybe.
can I.
I don't know. Not if we keep running into that shit.
That's why I suggested a long rest.
Fucking boss
Really
fights,
different.
man.
Yeah, it's only boss fight, so we roll terribly on.
Zhao's like, I don't give a shit. I just need to sit down for a minute.
Oh.
I didn't come here to die.
Well, we technically got good loot this time around. Kind of. God, I hope there's more. I hope this is more worth it.
20 passive perception, lady.
Yes.
As you're like walking around and you guys are harvesting this thing.
Yeah.
I should also note that there is a vein in the ground of iron ore. And as you look at the tunnel that it came out of, oh man, there's some iron ore in there.
Oh. I take out my map and I note that.
Okay.
Well, we got iron.
Almost forgot about that.
Should we
Is it-
mine some when we wake up?
Is it glowing?
It is not glowing. It is, however, iron ore.
Well, I don't think we necessarily have to sleep, do we?
Not for short rest.
I would much prefer not to take a short rest. But
Okay, so we have to sleep if we take a long rest then.
Technically speaking, yeah, you have to at least take a nap.
Okay. I'm indifferent. It's whatever.
because you're completely spent, sorcerers don't get their thing back on short rest.
Mm-mm.
Meanwhile, the warlock's over here like, I just need some fucking health and my spell slot's back, and short rests are like, hi.
Yeah, I could do that totally too, but I mean, I'm also thinking of the long rest characters.
I mean, I could survive off a short rest.
What the fuck do you get on a short rest?
Nothing, but I don't lose my mage armor.
Yeah. Good point.
I still have bolt.
I mean, I guess.
All right. So I need a final answer before we end for the night.
I'm indifferent.
If no one can decide, just roll for it.
What's what?
Well, we have one for a long rest.
I'm okay with a short rest, but if there's anyone that needs a long rest, then we can do that.
All right, then I guess we're taking a long rest.
All right, taking a long rest.
Okay.
Y'all go ahead and roll me 2 encounter die before the end of the session, just so I know what I'm prepping for.
Okay, one, and the next one.
All right, you can do it, Kayla.
You guys hunker down in kind of this area, this large rotting bullet not far from you, and take a brief rest. Well, a long rest, actually.
I didn't-
You would keep watch. As everyone
Okay.
rests.
Okay.
What have I done?
What What have you done?
I went to take the thing that was showing Sanctuary off, and it just put another stack on me. What do I do?
There
It's
you go.
gone.
It's gone.
Okay.
Jeff disappears. There's no
Bye,
longer a
Jeff.
skeleton stabbing the bullet.
Okay, are we done for the night?
Yep, that's gonna be that.
Don't forget to tally the XP before we go.